Yeah. Sorry, I forgot my line.
We're leaving this in to embarrass you. It's over.
Okay. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Talk to. Oh, sorry, that's not the right one either, is it?
Okay,
Oh,
that really fucks up the podcast, Miller.
Yeah, look what he did. See, he shouldn't have committed the bet. What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of the Run the North podcast. Today, we are breaking down week 3 and briefly picking week 4 because week 3 will take up most of the episode, most likely. And that we've gotten all of our grievances about Hawk Tua out of the way. What you guys doing?
I want to die. I want to die a visceral death.
How do you know that I meant talk Tua with an H and not talk Tua with
I
no
don't
H?
care. Any two words that sound like the cursed phrase make me want to jump in front of a locomotive.
Make sure it's going fast.
I am Hawk Tua's biggest hater.
That'd be stupid.
If Hawk Tua has no haters, I am dead.
Dude, have y'all ever seen that clip of Game Pass Dad almost getting hit by the train at TwitchCon 2022? The train was moving really slow, but bro, I'll send it to you. Hold on. Jake, keep running the intro.
What? But there's nothing else to say other than how you doing, and you haven't answered. So.
I'm supposed to answer. I'm alive. I don't know.
I wish I wasn't.
I barely feel alive. I just got back from California, and then I had to go throw darts. That was very mid. I am like, so you know how Josh Allen always plays up or down to his competition?
That's not true. He just pounded the Jaguars.
No,
I was gonna say, I feel like that's a weird comparison when like Pittsburgh
That's a weird
exists.
comparison. Through 8 years of his career, he's done exactly that, but literally every year of his career, he's done exactly that, but one game he doesn't. So you're going to pretend my analogy's wrong.
Josh Allen's been in the NFL for 8 years. That cannot be true.
It's weirdly close. It's
I was gonna
7.
say Mahomes is 7. Mahomes is 7.
Oh, he was 2018, so it's 6. It's weirdly close.
18, yeah.
It's still weirdly close.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So when you play bad darts players, you become a bad dart player?
No, it works kind of the opposite. I always kind of play the same, but bad players play better when they play me, and good players play worse. It's really weird.
So you're a floor raiser and a ceiling maxer is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
Damn.
So I beat the 2 best players on their team and lost to the 2 worst. Pretty incredible.
Bird.
But I also am gonna blame I haven't thrown a dart since our last game last year, which would have been in like March. And
did you buy yourself a trophy for darts too?
No, but I did win an award last year for darts.
Did you pay for the award to be
Pay
made?
for the award?
No.
Did you order it on Amazon?
No.
Be real.
No.
Okay.
They have a whole
Is it the
thing.
same trophy?
No. It's literally, so there's a framed piece of paper and then like a little star that looks like it was made in arts and crafts by an 8-year-old. It's pretty great. I know where one of those 2 things is. I don't know.
I got
where
a gold star.
Yeah, because I was the most improved player. I got the most improved player award last year.
That's crazy, bro. Went from ass to
No, I went
mid.
from I never played. I was a sub the first year, so I actually, like, winning percentage-wise was better the first year, but I got to actually play a full season last year, so
Gotcha.
I got rookie of the year and then most improved player somehow. The NBA would be in shambles. Jake,
You think
that's
he
your
Ben
name.
Simmons?
Well, no.
You forgot his name?
I was working on sending the tweet and I couldn't think of what I was doing. I was just sitting here staring at it like, what was I?
Dude got mentioned or got noticed by Will Neff one time, and suddenly he's Hollywood, and he forgets our names.
No, see, Miller, I remembered you right away. I just didn't remember Jake.
Well, yeah, you have to remember me because I'm your DM, and if you forget me, I will make your life worse.
True. I forgot we have D&D tomorrow.
Yeah.
W.
Last time we played D&D, I almost made this guy cry.
No, you did make me cry. What do you mean?
Oh, you did cry? You said you almost cried. I didn't know you did.
I mean, the
actually
tears
cry.
were there. I don't really know if they fell,
okay.
but
That's crazy.
I
Look
kept
at me
wiping
go.
my face.
I've been doing this for less than a year, and I'm already making this motherfucker cry.
Well, I get
Simply
emotionally
better.
invested in things, and you know this.
Yeah, I know. That's why I manipulate it
Yeah.
for reactions
Hey,
to make
if it
myself
works, it
feel
works.
better. Yeah.
So what are we doing? Oh wait, Jakey boy, how are you?
I'm pretty good. I've gotten a lot of emails about QB tryouts after the picture I posted on my Twitter. So we're running through that.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Let's go look at this.
Yeah.
Live reaction.
Dolphins were the first team to reach out, I think.
Yeah, I was thinking about posting one too, but I didn't want to take away your opportunities because you need the money more than I do.
What? That's not true. That's not true. I'm supporting myself in an apartment, buddy. You live in your parents' basement.
I actually live in my grandparents' basement because
You live in your
my
grandparents'
family's
basement.
homeless.
Now I kind of feel bad. I shouldn't have said that.
I mean,
Good.
I'm in a home. I'm not actually homeless. That would
The
be a
word
lie.
destitute was about to come out, and that would have been bad. So I'm just...
Why did we laugh at Brandon Aubrey, Jake? What did he do?
He
Well, he
missed
made
a
a 60.
field goal.
No, I said that tweet was actually when he
Oh, he
nailed a
missed one because
60
he's
yarder.
bad.
I tweeted Brandon
What?
Aubrey LOL when he made a 60 yarder and then started to walk away before it even went through.
Oh,
He just kicked it and then just started to walk towards the sideline. He just nodded his head and just started walking when it was
He
halfway
did
there.
the Nick Young, but actually pulled it off.
yeah.
Yeah, and then he missed a 51 yarder and almost cost him the game, but it was Daniel Jones, so he didn't.
Daniel Jones without Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah, Malik Neighbors
is-
might have won that game.
Low
Yeah,
key might have.
but Trayvon Diggs concussed him, so blame him.
I don't know if I'm really willing to blame Trayvon Diggs for that. Kind of.
Blame the MetLife ground for being too hard.
That's valid.
There we go. I will blame
that's a
MetLife.
better.
I'm always
That's
down
a
to
I will
blame
happily
MetLife. Fuck
blame
that
MetLife.
place.
Blame. I think MetLife's a
Met-
cool stadium to be at, despite it killing people.
Is it actually killed people, or are we just talking
No,
about
I think
injuries?
only
Killing
Cincinnati's
careers, I
done
guess.
that.
That should be the what? Who died? Oh wait, Damar's fine. He is fine.
Yes.
There
Second
have
reception.
been players to die on an NFL field before.
Yeah.
Well,
Well-
technically, okay. Legally, yes.
Yeah,
For
that-
2 seconds, he
that-
did, but that's not.
That's all I
yes.
was going for was the legally part.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
Chuck Hughes. He's the only one.
where was it?
We're finding out.
If it's Green Bay, I'm leaving this episode. Not coming
Tiger
back.
Stadium.
Which is Detroit.
Yeah.
Let's go. Fuck
I
Detroit.
forgot about this. You know what's really sad? You know who killed him, technically?
Oh no.
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
I
good.
read that way wrong. Oh, that just made me feel so bad. Because I thought what had happened, because the guy had a heart defect, and something happened that triggered it on the field. And I remember reading a story a long time ago about Dick Butkus being the first one to respond. So I had always assumed Butkus hit him, and it was like Hamlin, where it was a freak thing, and he just didn't get resuscitated. But he actually was a decoy, was running to the huddle, and then dropped to the turf while clutching his chest
Oh,
and collapsed and died on the field.
not
That's
ideal.
terrible.
Jesus.
Yeah. He had he was suffering from undiagnosed and advanced arteriosclerosis, I believe is how that's pronounced. And the direct cause of death was a coronary thrombosis that cut off blood flow to the heart, which caused a massive myocardial infraction.
This is a sad way to start the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway,
But anyway,
all this to say, I'll be at MetLife in 2 weeks for Eagles Giants.
Oh, really?
Jinkies.
Oh,
Yeah, I have 2 friends who are Eagles. One of them's an Eagles fan, one of them's a Giants fan. So we're making the trek to good old Jersey.
I have to say, I
Exactly.
broke my plan of not going to any Rockies games this year. Well, I haven't
Why?
broke it yet. I will be breaking it on Sunday because it's
Okay, so
Charlie Blackman's
everybody,
last
if
game.
you were a betting man, hammer whoever the Rockies are playing money line.
Oh,
People be in
true.
attendance.
Well,
Hammer
I don't know. The Padres
hammer
won.
the opponent.
I was
Yeah, but
there.
that's the Padres. The
Yeah.
Rockies are terrible, you know.
Well, I
But
mean, the Padres did
yeah,
try to lose to the White Sox on Friday night. That was fucking
right.
ridiculous.
Which is a direct effect of you being in the
Well,
stands.
see,
It
but
would
it
have
was
been
when I
17
left that they
nothing.
decided to try to lose. I'm the Padres' good luck charm.
Okay, but we all know your Rockies history is so.
Well, that's not actually true. It's just that
Me,
that last game
me
I went to was
and
bad.
me and Valente
Fucking Miller.
are going to be.
Bro's playing shadow football. But no. So Charlie Blackman announced his retirement, and Sunday's his
Who?
last ever game. So
Did
Charlie
he just say,
Blackman.
I'm gonna kill him.
I'm being serious. Like, is this an important figure or is this just like a
For the
personal
Rockies.
Important
favorite?
for the
Yeah.
Rockies, and he is currently the
He's good.
player
but-
in the MLB with the most like triples. He has like a lot of current player stats where he's tops.
He must be really good at Call of Duty.
Not that kind of
okay.
triple.
I go back to kill him now.
Yeah,
That's
please.
the only triple I know.
Um,
I miss MLG compilations. We need those back.
but yeah,
Fuck Skibbity Toilet. I'm on
so
MLG comps.
we looked back. I was actually at Charlie Blackman's first game for the Rockies, and now I'm gonna be there for his last. So that's kind of cool.
If I have anything to say about it.
But yeah, that's all I know. How about we talk about Jets Patriots?
I have one last.
What is there to
wait,
talk
that I
about?
thought was so funny. I was rewatching. I don't know why. I found myself in a Miller football YouTube rabbit hole
Ooh.
yesterday, and I was
Okay.
rewatching the College Jeopardy that I was in because I hadn't actually watched it. And I was reminded that Hammy called Night Train Lane Nightline Train, and I couldn't stop laughing. I just watching that whole episode and just it was okay. Anyway, yeah, I got down I watched like 6 of Miller's videos in their entirety in a row.
Were there any
because I was
recent
bored.
ones?
I watched the entirety of your new Dynasty one.
Let's go. I'm
The intro
so
was
proud
so
of that
funny,
video.
dude. The
I'm
intro
so
was
proud of that
funny.
intro. Yeah.
but
buddy,
overall,
My buddy Kane, I got him to do the intro for it. It was great.
yeah, it was dope. But
I'm very excited to be doing that. I hate college football 25, but I love
I do
the
too.
way Dynasty works.
Yeah, I
and
saw
I
you
love the
crash
team I
out.
made.
I saw you crash out during your bowl game.
Dude.
He was not
So
having fun.
ass. Well, I was West Virginia playing against fucking Tennessee, which
Yes.
insanely uneven playing field. And then,
Oh, for
bro, I
sure.
shit you not, in the first half threw the ball 4 times.
That's what I saw. That's what you were saying.
He had
I read that
4
entire message
passes in the
thread.
first half. I couldn't. I genuinely crashed out. It was bad. But speaking of running the football, Brees Hall, you might be in trouble, buddy.
Oh, I was gonna say Brees Hall, not that good, and I thought you were gonna say some other shit, but you didn't.
No.
So.
No, Braylon Allen is really fucking good at the whole sports ball thing.
So Brees Hall
Like-
fantasy owners, be depressed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Braylon Allen's going to become like the full-time starter
Doesn't
anytime
matter
soon,
if he's
but he's
getting
eating
11
into
carries
Brees
and-
Hall snaps. Mm-hmm.
It's gonna fuck over Brees so
Yeah,
bad.
Braylon Allen has so much nuance to the way he runs the football that I feel like isn't talked about enough. Like, the dude's 240 pounds, has footwork like he's fucking 200 pounds flat. And the way he's able to manipulate defenders all the way up to the 3rd level behind the line of scrimmage absolutely blows my mind. Like, he is so good. And also, that other guy on their offense that wears the number 8 is back. And I don't think we need to talk about
For
that
a
any
second,
further
I was
than
like,
that.
"Who?" Because I keep forgetting he wears 8 now.
A bad man,
Yeah.
brother.
Because for literally all
A
my
bad
life, I
man
never
lives.
said his name. I always just called him
Mhm.
12. So in
All
my
I'll
head, it's
say-
like 12, but that's not who he is
Now
anymore.
it's
He's
All
8.
I'm saying is that this form of Aaron Rodgers, there isn't much that stops this form of Aaron Rodgers. No matter who he's throwing the ball to. So I think if we get this form of Aaron Rodgers moving forward, I think the Jets maybe don't push for the division because the Bills look like an absolute machine right now, but they certainly are going to be. They're going to win a wild card game almost certainly because they'll probably be like a 5 seed matched up with like whoever wins the AFC South. No, the Texans. They'll be fine. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe they'll not be fine. But they'll be matched up with like whoever wins. Oh, probably like the AFC North winner. So like,
The
so
AFC North winner might actually be the fraud.
4 seed.
No,
Yeah,
for
that's probably
sure
gonna
be the fraud.
Yeah,
And it's
because
gonna be
whatever
the
happens
Steelers.
there is gonna be nuts. It's gonna. Yeah.
I don't think they'll sustain it all year. We'll talk about them.
I can't wait to
But,
talk about them just because I feel like
Yeah, essentially, the bad man is back. Tyler Conklin is the best receiver on,
Dude, my
on the
goat!
Jets, and they have the best running back duo in the league? Question mark.
up there.
I don't know.
At least
CMC and
my tired brain can't really think of other
Yeah,
ones.
I don't know if
so,
I'd say best inherently, but certainly up there.
Yeah.
There's not 5 running back duos better than them right now.
no.
Oh,
And the
and
Dolphins have like a 4-headed
Dolphins
thing
have
going.
yeah, and Demario Douglas good at football.
I love Pop Douglas, man.
Pop Douglas, good at
Douglas is
football.
legit.
Yes, sir.
Also, I just want to throw out there Solomon Thomas is the Jets' emergency fullback, and I don't know how I feel about it because he came in and fucking killed somebody in pass pro and then didn't do anything else. Which
yeah.
bro went from being the pick after Mitchell Trubisky that no one remembers to the Jets fullback.
How does this make you feel?
I still would have rather had Trubisky. I love Mitch.
Yeah. But
I'm sorry.
yeah, obviously Jets took care of business against the Patriots. Was never really a game. Just from the start, Rodgers started cooking, and that was it. Giants 21, Browns 15. The bad man, in the moral sense, as just looks horrible.
I was the only one here who didn't abandon their morals and picked the Giants over the Browns, and I was rewarded for it.
I didn't abandon my morals. I picked a better football team.
You picked the team with the worst starting quarterback in the league.
Actually,
No.
every single time,
Not far off.
Not
every
far
single
off,
time
but-
every single time the Browns come on, I just say to myself, DTR will start, and then he never does.
Dude, I just keep hoping. I don't know. It's tough to bet against their defense going against Daniel Jones. That was all my reasoning. And then their defense decided to be kind of bad.
I was never betting on the bad.
The defense started to be kind of bad, but like in that game, and then also going into tonight's game and during tonight's game, Dable's in his bag again. He remembered how to make Daniel Jones not have to make decisions. And Daniel Jones started the game, or tonight at one point was like 21 of 23. Like, yeah, his misses were on easy deep balls that were underthrown because he has a fucking noodle arm. But if you're able to dink and dunk down the field and get the ball into the hands of guys like Wan'Dale Robinson and Malik Neighbors who can create after the catch, then that's like an offense that is going to cause some distress. And when you're Cleveland on the other side and don't really have a way to keep up with that because your quarterback is doo-doo ass, it's just kind of what's going to happen.
Really bad.
DTR.
Well, yes, but also
Deshaun Watson arrest.
Well, sure, but also
I get the locker room buzzing.
That man named Nicholas, he wears the number 24.
Oh yeah, they can't run for shit.
Sorry, Jerome Ford, truthers, it's over.
They might win some games if he comes back. That's probably the only way they really win some games, is if Nick Chubb comes back and is Nick Chubb, which I don't see why he wouldn't be. But
I mean, it's such a it was a horrible injury, dude.
He tore his ACL. I don't care.
Yeah, but he's also older than he was when it happened at Georgia, and he was a lot younger, and he came back good from that. I know that Adrian Peterson came back from it well, and
Nick
some
Chubb's
other guys
only
have.
28. If we're going to pretend he can't come back, then give up on Christian McCaffrey right now. Be done. CMC's
Oh, trust me, I have. I picked him first in fantasy. He's dead to me.
Never pick CMC when he has a healthy year the year before. You know this.
It's his fault for seeing a German specialist. Why do you have to see a specialist? Why couldn't he have just sucked it up? I don't get it. Why couldn't he just been like, you know what? No more tendonitis. I'm a man.
Because he would have played one game and his Achilles would have popped in two.
It's okay. I picked up Jordan Mason and he's been doing wonders. So we're fine. But
wait,
yeah.
I missed Jake saying we need to write off Nick Chubb.
I was saying that.
Kinda, yeah.
No, I was saying that he's not going to immediately be the reason they win.
And I said,
I think it'll take some time for him to be
ACL,
the absolute X factor that we know he can be.
and he's
Just
only
I don't know, I
20.
think
there.
I think by the time he's healthy, he'll be good enough to do what he's been doing.
Yeah,
It's
he
not like they're
could
going to
be,
rush him
yes.
out there.
They might. They might start getting desperate by the time he comes back.
Well, I mean, he's
I
already
don't know,
had
man.
like a full year to recover, so like they're obviously not rushing him back, because if they were,
Right.
he would have played week 1.
Yeah,
Because they
To be
know
honest,
that, yeah, like
they'd be
they're
undefeated.
maybe. What is their record right now? Like, I actually don't know.
Browns are 1-2.
I was going to say they're 1-2 at best.
Who
They
did
beat
they?
the Jaguars.
Oh, and they lost. They got shit
Lost to the
kicked by the
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Lost to
Mhm.
many times. Speaking of which, yeah, it was a good game for the Giants. Malik Neighbors is so good. Good football
That Singletary
player.
fella. Ethical football player.
Ethical football player. Yeah,
Okay.
that is really all yeah, that's all I got. I mean, not really a great
Yeah.
football game there. I mean, one team led by Deshaun Watson, one team led by Danny Dimes. Just a bad quarterback game, bad everything game. Just throw it in the trash.
Also, defense low-key nice.
Yeah, Deontay
not
Banks
great,
is not covering
but-
CeeDee Lamb is something special.
Yeah, when he's not guarding the second best receiver in the sport. Yeah, he's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, Deontay Banks is good, and their linebackers are going to be good. We knew their defensive front
Linebackers
was
are
going to be
great.
good.
Mhm.
Kayvon
Tyler Nugent
actually,
really started. Really
Kayvon
solid.
Kayvon kind of ate tonight. I think he was
Kayvon
matched up with
played really
Guyton,
well.
but that maybe is part
Yeah.
of it because Guyton's a rookie and
Plus,
experienced.
they
But
left
Kayvon
Guyton
played
on an
really
island
well
all night.
tonight. Yeah, but Kayvon had a good game, which has not been his thing so far in the NFL. So that
Yeah,
is something that I would think is noteworthy. But that was
for
this
sure.
week.
Let's talk about a worse
Eagles-
game.
Eagles 15, Saints 12. Great defensive game. A lot of good defense in this one.
The Eagles found out
Um,
how to beat the Saints, and it's so simple.
Run.
You make Derek Carr feel pressure.
Well, you make Derek Carr feel pressure from somewhere other than just his face. Because he's
Right,
been under
yeah.
pressure from Penning all year, but he can just see it coming. So he just knows, oh, hey, I need to do something.
See, it's funny you say that. Trevor Penning's actually held up through 2 weeks.
The first 2 weeks, every single play he was getting beat. Carr just could see it coming.
No, he wasn't.
Dude, except I literally watched you argue this same point I'm arguing 2 weeks
Wait.
ago. So either
Talk
you're
about Penning.
2 weeks ago. Okay, listen. Before the season, yeah, Penning was
no,
a turnstile.
I'm talking
This
about
year,
the first 2 games. Penning's still getting beat all the time. It's just not
thought-
coming from behind Derek
Okay.
Carr, so it's not causing
Can
a
I
problem.
Let's
finish?
say-
Can I finish? Because
Sure.
here's the thing. Penning was doing fine because they were giving him a lot of help. Penning one-on-one, yeah, he was struggling, but when they were giving him help, which was more often than not, leaving in a tight end to ship with him, double teaming with the guard, whatever it was, Penning was fine. There wasn't a lot of pressure on Carr. Eric McCoy goes down in the first quarter. They can't do that as consistently.
Yeah.
And that's why Carr was under so much duress, under so much pressure.
but
Kubiak
I was
couldn't get
talking about
cute
literally
with his
any
blocking schemes.
I don't think Penning could block me. I genuinely don't.
One-on-one, probably not. No, but if he had some chip help, he can
Oh, well,
hit
if he
you
had
really
chip
hard,
help,
and
I'm
the
just
other guy
dying.
can.
Well,
Yeah, because that's
unfortunately,
the thing. Penning's go-to is just hit guy really hard, and then the other guy kind of scrambles to like get good positioning, and then Penning is like, "I'm big, don't move." Like, and that works for some reason. That
Where
worked for
did-
the first 2 weeks,
Where did
and
you
then
play
they
college ball?
Penning.
Yeah,
Fuck yes, too fast.
it's somewhere big, right? He played for like a good school, didn't he?
Northern Iowa.
No,
Never mind.
no, he did
No,
not.
he did not. I thought it was. I thought originally that it was Iowa. But
For some
no,
reason,
alright.
my brain was thinking Notre Dame, but I think that's just because every tackle comes from Notre
The only
Dame.
thing I'm gonna remember from this game is him being a scumbag, though.
He always has been. That's not news. But what did
Well,
he do?
but
I
yeah.
didn't see it.
He hurt Darius Slay.
Oh,
They were
He-
already out of bounds and like on the sideline, and he just kind of like tossed him,
oh, nice.
and that's
Yeah.
how Darius Slay got injured.
He wasn't
So-
even the biggest scumbag on the team this week, though.
What's that guy's
Um,
name? I can't remember.
I think was
The
it
guy
the
who hit
rookie defensive
Devontae?
tackle? Is that who ended
I
up
don't
being? Was
know.
it the? Because
I
if it
don't know.
was,
Those Valente was trying to defend him.
right. I think should have been the. Hold on, let me check Twitter because the
I
one
don't
that hit Devontae, it was bad. Like Devontae was on the
Oh,
ground already, and he
yeah.
fucking nose dove into him head first.
So I gotta preface this week's episode with I saw the majority of the early games and nothing else. So
Mhm.
It was Christian Boyd. Christian Boyd.
yeah,
Yeah.
Who I think might be
Okay,
the rookie
so
defensive
I was
tackle.
slightly off. Boyd's the one who gets the first hit, and then someone else comes in after he's down already and fucking dives on him. Who's 98 on the Saints?
is that Carl Granderson?
It might
No.
be.
Oh, it is.
No, that's Peyton
Yeah.
Turner. Carl Granderson's 96.
I was gonna say I didn't think Carl Granderson was that light.
Yeah, it's Peyton Turner.
I know that sounds bad, but that was just the first thing that came to mind,
That's funny.
which I'm right about.
But yeah, it was Peyton Turner.
Because
Peyton
my
Turner's
brain, I
bad.
thought it was Chase Young for a second, but Chase Young was like 92. Or no, he's wearing
Yeah.
99. He
Yeah.
wore like 92 with the
The
49ers,
Niners, yeah.
is what I'm thinking. But yeah, so you put pressure on Derek Carr. Kubiak's whole game plan falls apart, and he can't do all of these like layup throws that he's had Carr doing that build up to the big throws downfield.
Yeah, because
And
Carr is so reliant on building his confidence early, and then
mhm.
once his confidence is rolling, Carr will do all the shit.
Right,
But
exactly.
if he can't get it built up that game, he's just all the time.
It's like that Cowboys game, the first drive for the Saints. It was just, I don't want to say dink and dunk, but like quick, easy
Yeah.
throws all the way down the first drive. Second drive,
Mhm.
70-yard bomb to Shaheed.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
that's how you win with Carr, is you build up his confidence. And when you can't
Yeah.
do that because he's under duress, because you lose, I would say, arguably their most valuable offensive
Oh, yeah.
lineman, judging by how things played out, it's
Yeah.
not going to end well.
Probably the
also
most
didn't have-
valuable player on their team.
Yeah. Also didn't have Taysom Hill for this game, which hurt.
Are you
from
guys
a
looking at the
blocking
box score or
standpoint.
not looking at the box score?
I'm looking at the box score.
Are you looking
I
at
don't
the
have it
Saints
up right
defense
now.
by any chance?
No, I'm looking at the Eagles
Okay.
offense right now because I was about to say
You guys,
Saquon
can you
Barkley.
guys
Holy
tell
shit.
me? You guys tell me who led the Saints in sacks this week with 2?
Was it Alontae Taylor?
No.
No, he had a bunch early though.
Dude, I think he leads the NFL, doesn't he?
Close. Yeah.
Oh no, it was Brian Bresee. Brian Bresee had a huge game.
Oh, did he?
It was
W.
Brian Bresee.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was gonna say, I
love
know
Brian
Carl
Bresee.
Granderson had one, but
Brian Bresee
yeah.
had a huge game, and then on the other side, that dude from Georgia that was supposed to be really good had an even better game. And like
Jalen Carter
8, yeah.
or Jordan Davis, because they were both had good games.
Yeah, I realized as I said that wasn't very specific, but yeah,
No.
Jalen Carter. He went nuclear finally and like ate the Saints alive.
Or N'Kobe Dean.
and then
What about him?
I don't know, people were mad because he was chirping back to fans on the sideline for some
Or
reason.
Nolan Smith.
Like, not listen, I'm not a big Jalen Carter guy, but talk your shit. If you
Dude,
had a game like he did, talk your shit.
I was listening. I don't know. Have you ever watched? I've never watched the actual podcast, but have you seen clips from like Chris Long's podcast?
I have not. I don't want anything to do with. Or no, that's Greenlight. I do fuck with Greenlight, but I haven't watched it. I
Okay.
was thinking in the back of my head. I was thinking fucking Will Compton's podcast.
No,
What's it?
Chris
Bustin' with
Long.
the Boys, I think.
Uh,
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
boys, yeah.
Chris Long.
I've seen clips with Kyle Long on it, so I'm familiar.
Yeah, I love Chris Long. So he was
I do
talking about
too.
it, and he's like, dude, if this is what the energy you need from Jalen Carter to have him play like this, then I want him to do that every week. The point of a guy like Brandon Graham being there, the veteran, is to figure out what the guy needs. And I'd much rather have to pull back on the leash than try to rev him up. So it's
Right.
like, talk your shit. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, if you're a fan talking shit, you don't get to get mad when the player
Yeah.
chirps back.
Exactly.
No, you can
Miller,
get
you're a
mad
big...
if the player like rips you out of the stands and beats you to death, but
Okay, well,
I don't
yeah.
think we're gonna get a Ron Artest moments, thankfully.
Miller, you're a Milton Williams truther, right?
I do quite enjoy me some Milton Williams.
Where do you go to college?
I don't know. I suck at player colleges.
Oh, okay. I really
Why
thought you
is-
would pull that out. It's Louisiana Tech. But I wanted to quiz you on your boy.
Fullbacks,
but
I can tell you what college they went to. Other positions, not so much.
This is a legit question. Where did not that we have to go into any further discussion about this? Just quickly, where did Carson Steele go to college?
Carson Steele went to Ball State and then transferred to UCLA.
Okay. So actually, I don't know where he came from. I just know he popped up on the Chiefs, and they're like, "Look at this guy. He's very good." And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Yeah, Eagles 15, Saints 12. Saquon really, really good. Eagles good still. Defense is really
Yeah.
good. They were flying all over the place. Got a good pass rush. Got a really deep pass rush, which is going to help them come playoff time, assuming they make it there. which they
Linebackers
will.
are also holding up a little bit better.
Linebackers are really cooking. The Kobe Dean might be good.
Yeah.
Might be good. But yeah, linebackers
That
are
being
doing
said,
well.
on the negative, just real quick, when do we start having the conversation about Nolan Smith?
3 weeks into year 2. Let's
3 weeks
Okay.
into year
Yeah.
2, where
He-
year 1 he was basically less than a rotation guy, and now he's just
The-
finally a rotation
how many
guy.
snaps has Nolan Smith actually had this year?
I'm
12.
not sure. All I know is there were a
Like-
couple in this game where he was just literally too small. Like
Which
he
is
tried to
expected.
right, but I'm
Yeah.
saying like maybe the size was a bigger issue than had originally.
Well, it's
thunk-
weird. Nobody
He's the
cared about
Bryce Young
his
of edge
size, but
rushers.
everybody cared about Ivan
crazy.
Pace's. Really weird.
Well, it's different when you're rushing off the edge than when you're playing in coverage.
Also, Ivan Pace is
Apparently
significantly
not.
better.
Well, I'm just
like-
saying, like from
No,
a
but
from
like,
a s-
no, I'm talking about like coming out of college. Ivan Pace didn't
Right.
get drafted because he's small. Nolan Smith is also fucking tiny. Got drafted first round.
well, to listen, I'm just saying, from my perspective, like a scouting perspective, right?
Sure.
When I was
That's
watching
what I'm
the two,
asking.
the issue I had was if you have Ivan Pace, you play him in the middle, easier to put ball overhead. Concerning. Nolan Smith, you can line him up, like theoretically, you could line him up as a wide 9. He's quick enough to where he's going to get to the outside shoulder of that tackle and get around him so you don't have to worry about him getting bodied. Philly's just not doing that. They're asking him to play like a
Nolan Smith has
like a
played
normal
75
edge.
snaps this year, by the way. So like 40% of the team's defensive snaps. So he is a true rotation piece now.
that is a
yeah.
lot higher than I thought. I need to
Honestly,
look
me
more
too.
into him.
He has not started, and he has literally he's like been in 6 tackles, but pass rush wise, he has no hurries, no pressures.
Yeah, it's tough.
But I also, part of me wonders how much of that. Who is Philly's DC? Is it Fangio?
I'm pretty sure it's
Mhm.
Fangio.
Yeah.
Okay,
Respect.
Miller, you're gonna have to help me with this. Has Fangio ever been the guy who's able to like? Because Philly doesn't blitz that often. Does he like ever drop things to do shit? I don't know. I haven't
what
watched.
what do you mean?
Okay, how many edge rushers have been awesome under Fangio, not named Khalil Mack, who would be awesome under no defensive coordinator? He's just Khalil Mack. Because Von Miller's
was it-
worst years of his career were with Fangio.
Was
fuck,
Jalen
I
Phillips?
don't know.
Did
Jalen
Jalen
Phillips
Phillips
was
break
good
out under
last year.
But
Fangio?
what time?
He was good last year.
but
He did.
early, right? 'Cause-
Yeah.
Well, I guess he got hurt like week 4 or
Well, he got-
whatever.
Before he
No,
got hurt,
Phillips,
Phillips was
no.
playing great.
Oh, was that week 4? No,
It
but that
was
was Black
really
Friday. That
early.
was like halfway through the
Oh,
season.
shit, maybe
Fangio,
it was.
I
Yeah, it was Black Friday. I remember that game. That was
But like
I will
terrible.
Fangio's
say-
not a guy where his edge rushers are like going insane.
No, and I will say also, Nolan Smith strikes me as a really good edge for a Fangio system because he likes to do the cutesy things and like drop edges into coverage and blitz a linebacker. And Nolan Smith, that was one of the things he was touted with like being able to do coming out. So I admittedly haven't watched a ton of the Nolan Smith film. I just saw like
feel like
legitimate
I
examples
need
of him
to.
getting little broed.
Because I want to
Um,
see how often he's actually rushing.
Right.
Because there's no stat for that. Like I can see the amount of times he's blitzed, but that's not the same
Right.
thing. Like how often is he straight
Yeah.
up going after the quarterback? Because if he's just not often and he's more dropping into coverage and like whatever, then we can't
Yeah.
really blame him that much.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Got to look into that, I guess.
Yeah. But we're gonna skip the next game. We just won't talk about
No. Let's
Um,
talk about Brian Flores.
Yeah.
it. Vikings
I-
34, Texans 35.
I
Close one for the Vikings.
sadly
nearly had
really
it.
like Brian Flores and what he's doing.
Dude, his defense is so confusing to watch,
Mm-hmm.
which is so awesome. But like as a quarterback, how do you figure that shit out? Ever.
Pray.
Right. Like the way you
Yeah.
beat this defense is just by out talenting them.
Yeah.
And there's not
Which we'll
many
see at
quarterbacks who are
Lambeau
going
this
to do
week.
that. Okay, dude.
Malik Willis, baby. We are riding him to the promised
Malik
land.
Willis is going to be in fucking hell this week, dude.
Nah,
Dude,
I'm
we're
not
going to get the
sorry.
clip
Love is
of
playing.
Malik Willis on the sideline. I'm fucking seeing ghosts out there, man.
Love is playing.
Listen,
so
the
we're good.
Love would
Okay.
also be in
I
hell.
don't
Yeah, but
want
It's not
Jordan
gonna
Love
be
to
as
play,
bad.
not because I don't because I'm scared of him. I'm
you
scared
should be.
for him.
I am too. But
Like if he
he's
plays
ready, he's
against the
ready.
defense getting
We're
the
start- we're
most
starting to get
pressures
in-
and the most QB hits,
we're starting to get into his timeline. Like, this is like a normal return date for his injury.
I agree.
Or it
I
would
just
be.
think if I'm the Packers, I don't want to play him against that pass rush.
Divisional
It's been
game,
the best pass rush in the league all year. You don't
divisional
want
game
to
against the best
break
team
his
in the
leg.
current. Yeah, but okay, if he is ready, like truly ready, and like you can't
Everything
just be
I've
like
seen is like
divisional game.
80%. If he's
Okay,
80%, do you
if
really
he
want to give him
is-
that?
If he feels like he can go, I say you put him out.
If he feels like he can go,
it's going to be
you
a
put-
hard
you
game
put
for him,
out
but
there,
if he thinks he
because
can
here's
do
the
it,
thing, dude, divisional game against a 3-0 Vikings, best team in their division, they cannot afford to like. I mean, they can lose it, but they
I'm not gonna
really,
lie.
as far as the division goes,
In
cannot
this
afford to lose
scenario,
it.
I'm more afraid of Malik Willis than I am Jordan Love. I'm more
up,
afraid of a
man.
rushing quarterback than I am a pure. Jordan Love's not going to be able to move. Malik Willis being able to take off and run scares me more, especially if Ivan Pace can't play. I don't trust Kamu and Blake to be able to keep up with Malik.
They should just put Malik Willis and run dual quarterback sets and just have like Love. If Love doesn't feel like he can move, instead of running, Love just
Toss
like
it to him
pitches
and
it
he
out to
chucks
Malik.
it.
what's
Yeah.
what's the thing Coach Madden used to say?
If you have two
If you have
quarterbacks,
two quarterbacks, you have none.
Yeah.
We don't have two quarterbacks. Malik Willis stinks. I don't know why he's playing good. Matt LaFleur. I know why
I
he's
was
playing
gonna
good.
say
Well,
it's Matt
He-
LaFleur.
he's working with a top 3 coach in the NFL. So there's that. But,
Crazy, no, but
top 5. Sorry. Miller agrees, and you're wrong if you don't. Sorry.
I feel like
he's the
there's
top 5 coach in
arguments
the
to be made, but I don't know.
NFL.
Top 5 coaches is weird because I'm not even sure he's the best coach in his division.
He's not. O'Connell's
Okay.
top 5 too.
Okay, that was the question I was asking more. Just like, are we trying to say LaFleur's
Speaking
better?
of questions,
But
Peak,
it's
I know you know the answer to this, so don't answer.
Okay.
Sam Darnold threw 4 touchdown passes this week, Miller,
Mm-hmm.
and one of them was to Justin Jefferson, one of them was to Aaron Jones, one of them was to Jalen Naylor. Who caught the 4th?
Probably the best tight end in 3 in the league, Johnny Munt.
yeah.
I had to
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Dude, I Okay, so Brian Flores' defense is great. Minnesota might have the best home field advantage of any team right now. I have never seen a single time ever in NFL history where the fans made more of an impact than 1st and 10 from the 25 for the Texans, followed by 4 straight false starts, and then them punting. That's ridiculous, dude. I don't think there's ever been a bigger 12th man moment ever. And I also felt really happy for Sam Darnold. When he had that little injury and then came back and got a standing ovation, I felt so happy for him. And he acknowledged it in his postgame presser. He's like, that meant the world to me. That was so cool.
Where's CJ Ham's standing ovation for setting up that Aaron Jones 50-yard run?
CJ Ham is more loved than maybe any other Vikings player by Vikings fans. Chill out.
This is good.
It's also really
This is
funny that
good.
Miller said that because Aaron Jones didn't even have 50 rushing yards in this game. We know he did.
He had
Sorry.
He had
102. What are you
102.
talking
I was
about?
looking at his receiving stats. My bad.
Yeah, he had
You
46
baboon.
receiving yards.
Receiving stats.
No, I am being dead serious. There was a 50-yard run that Aaron Jones had that was set up by CJ Ham sealing a dude off, and he shot through the middle.
Yep.
Bro thinks I didn't watch the fullback film this week.
Dude.
I watched every snap a fullback took this week. Every single one.
Oh, also, a question for you boys. Miller, are you looking at the box
No.
score? Miller, who had the best completion percentage on the Texans this week?
Probably Davis Mills. He came in, right?
No, it's not him, and it's not Stroud.
Did they run a fake?
Did they?
Did Kaimi Fairbairn get one?
No.
Was it? I don't know
Vikings
who they're.
legend Stephon Diggs.
Diggs?
One for
One
for 13 yards.
I knew
Yeah.
Mills played. I thought it was going to be Mills through 4. Jesus,
Yeah, I
Mills was
don't know.
7 of 12.
Why Stephon Diggs was throwing passes down 27 points, but I guess.
I mean, you got to try something against Flores. Dude, and Diggs
who
had a
is-
game.
bro, who is British Brooks, bro?
Hey!
Who is British
Respect
Brooks?
British Brooks, fullback
never
for the
heard that
Houston
name.
Texans.
Ever.
Fullback for the Houston Texans. Respect him.
Andrew
What a
Beck's a Packer.
4.
He's
what a-
better. Better.
Andrew Beck, first of all, is not that good. Most overrated fullback in the league because he had one good kick return. When it comes to blocking, he's not that good. Second of all, British Brooks beat him in an open competition during training camp.
You know who's good at football and apparently the Texans forgot?
Andrew
Whomst.
Beck.
Jonathan Grenard. Why did you line
is
him up
he-
one-on-one with a tight end on the first play of the game?
Did he get a sack the first play of the game?
Yes.
Funny.
Oh,
Because,
dude,
yeah, I
he
knew he had a
killed
big
Cade
game.
Stover.
I-
He murdered.
Yeah, I knew he had a big game. I didn't know he got a sack specifically on the first play.
He had- three sacks on the day. It was funny because his pressure rate's been one of the best in the league so far, but he hadn't had a sack yet. Because
Yeah.
Kevin O'Connell kept getting asked about it. He's like, with a pressure rate like that, the sacks are going to come eventually. And also, we don't really care. If you're getting pressure, that's all that really matters because you're affecting the play. So,
True.
we're happy with what we've got so far.
Or said, who's British Brooks? Jake, I am going to
Dude.
be in your walls tonight.
W. How you guys feeling about?
Oh,
Oh.
speaking of creepy things and Miller being my walls, you guys want to see why I'm not in my room and I'm on my usual setup?
What, do you have a spider?
No. It's kind of whack. Keep talking. I gotta travel.
Okay.
Okay, this guy is
Oh.
on the move.
We're on the move, moving podcast.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about Sam Darnold so far, Miller? What are your thoughts on Sammy?
Boys, I'm
I
about to enter the
think-
void. Just be ready.
All right, I think he has exceeded expectations, and I am rather impressed. I don't, and this isn't me trying to write off Sam Darnold, but I don't know how sustainable this will be just because it's still a small sample size.
I wish I
But I am
remembered how we
certainly
talked about
impressed.
Geno Smith. Because I just want the same energy for how Geno was talked about. Because Sam's playing better than Geno did then. Also a much better team and a much better coach. So, you know,
Yeah.
I understand. But we've also seen Sam come out without Addison, Hawkinson, and Jefferson
Yeah,
and
no,
Jones and
like
have
I
good
said,
moments. So like,
Darnold has 100% been impressive.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to take that away from him. I'm just saying I'm still not fully convinced. It's like
I'm just sad I can't
long
make
term.
MVP jokes because Josh Allen's been so fucking ridiculous,
Right.
dude. Like I need the common Josh Allen stinker so I can start pushing Sandy
No,
MVP narrative.
I think Josh Allen winning MVP just once would heal the world.
It's kind of
Him or Kyler.
inevitable.
It would be
Yeah,
really
him or
good.
Kyler.
Yeah.
But just so you guys
Oh.
know, you guys know how my lighting is usually like terrible.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
If I was in my room tonight, this is what it would have been. Hold up.
Oh God.
I thought it was just gonna be this.
Oh,
Oh.
good. This is wonderful. Oh. What the fuck?
My lamp just started doing that out of nowhere.
Bro got his fucking evil ass lamp.
That's nuts.
So I could be sitting at my desk right now, having that going on in the background for all of our epileptic viewers.
Oh,
but-
good. So
Bro got a lamp from the Diddy party.
What if I
Hey,
just
yo,
walked around my apartment
so
the entire rest?
that would be
the entire
kind of
rest the
awesome.
podcast?
Funny.
So
Low
I've got
key.
Keep walking. Hold up.
Give
so,
us a tour.
Oh,
Just so they can watch that while me and Geek talk. Just give
So-
a tour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
do the tour. Just we're not talking about the tour. You're just showing off.
Yeah,
So bro's got a disco ball in his kitchen. What the fuck?
Oh yeah.
yeah. Hey,
That was like
based as hell.
yeah. Yeah.
I used to have one in
Um,
my bedroom because my sister put it up. That's
So-
based.
I have some weird Sam Darnold statistics. This is the first time in his career he's thrown multiple touchdown passes in 3 straight games, which is kind of
Well.
wild.
Bro got
uh,
that factor. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Not sponsored. Although.
Yeah.
It could be.
Although.
I
Well,
did
no.
enjoy Factor. I'm just poor.
Real.
So then Sam Darnold is the 4th Vikings quarterback to start 3-0 ever. Joins Fran Tarkenton, Dante Culpepper, and that guy that we don't really want to talk about. He wore the number 4.
That guy I was about to make a joke about, but I realized it would be in poor taste.
I don't really care.
Well, it would be in poor taste to the condition he's currently
Yeah.
dealing with. That's why I
If it was
kept my
just
mouth
in
shut.
poor taste to him, I wouldn't care as much.
Right. No, I agree.
Because
But making fun
Fuck
of
that
him
loser.
having the condition, it's like one of those things where like you attack somebody for being something and then like you get a stray to other people dealing with it.
Yeah. And there's this weird thing of there's 5 quarterbacks ever. I don't know who the other 2 are. I'll tell you the 2 I know. Because Chris Long read the stat, so that's the only
Mhm.
reason I know it, and he didn't say the other 2 names. But there have been 5 quarterbacks to start 3-0 on a new team.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them went on to win the Super Bowl that year, and it was Matthew Stafford and Kurt Warner. And I just like Sam Darnold now is in that 3-0 club. I just like that there's a connection between one of the ones that went on to win the Super Bowl and Sam Darnold that's not just winning 3 games. It's Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm not saying the Vikings are winning Super Bowls. I am saying I'm way more excited than I thought I was going to be. And this defense is fucking insane.
Yeah.
So I'm hyped. Because I remember everybody saying this early part of the schedule, they couldn't find a win. And now we're approaching, we all thought it was going to be really tough, but this next stretch of games after the Packers, kind of not. Okay, so you got Packers, Jets, Lions. I guess the Lions exist.
That'll be a test and a half. The Jets.
The Jets, yeah, I thought you were saying the Lions. I was like, I think that's more of a test for the Lions.
I was gonna say Goff has been golfing so
Yeah.
far.
But then it goes Rams, Colts, Jags, Titans. Rams
Yankees.
should be scary, but they don't have a roster, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And then you know those other teams.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was looking at it, and there's like a weird chance the Vikings do the like 12-0 thing to start the season, and that scares me.
Alcohol. That's what I'm gonna need if the Vikings start 12-0.
I just can't believe see, they wanted to clown me so much. I never got to clown him because he wasn't here the next week. But Miller picked the fucking Giants to beat the Vikings.
We do a little trolling.
I'm upset about it still.
We do a
Actually,
little trolling.
Miller has predicted the Vikings to not win a game so far. Miller, I would like you to continue.
You play the Packers this week, buddy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fair, though. I can't.
I don't even know what
How much
that
alcohol
is.
does this guy have? That's Crown Royal.
I don't know what that is.
For
What
the
is Crown Royal?
Texans, what the fuck is wrong with Laramie Tunsil is the biggest takeaway here. He has like 22 penalties on the season so far.
Yeah, bro, maybe he got the gas mask back.
Dude, maybe. Like, I get Minnesota's crowd's loud, but how do you false start on 3 straight plays?
Yeah, it's tough. Listen, in my opinion, and maybe this is the old head in me, a false start is probably the most inexcusable penalty in all of sports.
Yeah, you know when you're going.
Yeah, like, we'll talk about it, I'm sure, but fucking Mercedes Lewis had 3 of them, and it's like, brother, you've been in the league for 19 years and you can't time a snap?
So, I gotta look. How many false starts did Tunsil have against the Vikings?
Maybe I should be nicer to Mercedes Lewis, though. Maybe his dementia was kicking in and he did forget when he was supposed to get off the ball. Old ass bastard.
But yeah,
Jake showing us the void with a Discord reflection.
I love it. All right.
Jake, drop the Addy.
God.
Drop the Addy for a fan meetup.
Oh, God, no, don't do that.
Now everyone knows where your alcohol is. You can really party.
Broncos Buccaneers was a game that happened.
What if Miller said that and then I just dropped his address because he accidentally docked himself in the Run the North group chat one time?
You know, I have both of your addresses, I believe.
was going to say, yeah. First of all, second of all,
oh, maybe not.
there is,
I don't know.
There is no reason.
You do.
Yeah.
I order Geeks Kitchen. That's right.
Going into this game, there was.
Oh. You guys want to see our sync?
Sure.
Really?
Viewer discretion advised.
That's why.
Oh no. There's pee in it. He pees in the sink.
What the fuck?
Why is your okay? That's enough. Why is your sink looking like
It
that?
won't drain.
So did you shit in it? Why are there brown clouds?
That's my facial hair.
Oh, bro's been
Why
shaving.
have you not cleaned it?
We're working on it.
Get a bucket and scoop the shit out and flush it down the toilet.
This isn't the point. You guys want to see our ceiling next?
No.
No.
I don't want to see
It's gonna be
anything
worse
from
than
you.
that. Oh, that's not actually that bad.
Why is
it's
there just a
wood.
chunk of plywood?
There's a hole.
Why is there a hole in the bathroom ceiling? Okay, we need to talk about
2 months into living here. The ceiling started leaking, so they have to fix it, but they haven't fixed it.
Sick.
Broncos, I guess.
There is no reason why Bo Nick should have performed this well against this defense. Like, I went into this thinking Todd Bowles was going to put this kid in a blender, and here Mr. NFL Ready actually played like an NFL Ready quarterback.
I feel like that's
crazy.
the last time we're going to see that.
I don't know. What's their schedule look like coming up?
I don't know, but he didn't play good against... Well, I mean, the Steelers are a real defense, but...
I was going to say, the Steelers are a real defense, and, NFL Ready, he's still a rookie. He's got to get his footing.
Oh, he goes
This might have been his
next.
get-right game.
Don't care.
That's tough.
Sauce is about to pick him off 7 times.
Actually, Sauce has kind of been ass so far. By his standards.
Starting Cortland Sutton, so I'm not really worried
True.
about it.
Yeah, but then after that, he gets the Raiders, and then Chargers, Broncos, which is
The Raiders
tough.
defense is good. And did you just say Chargers, Broncos? Oh.
Chargers, Saints,
There you
sorry,
go.
are the next 2.
Hey,
I
then the
can't
Panthers.
read.
The Panthers. He might have
I
a
don't
chance
know.
against the Panthers.
I don't know, man. Andy Dalton.
Doesn't play
Andy Dalton.
defense.
Don't care. The raw aura and power of the Red Rifle.
The Red Rocket. Get it right.
No, he's the Red Rifle, buddy.
It's way more fun to pretend he's the other thing.
Why do you want to call him a dog's penis? Why do you want to compare the man to a dog's penis? What did he do to you?
Funny.
He's done nothing
Existed.
but be a lovable ginger that donates all of his money to charity all of the time.
I don't think any of that's true.
He does actually do a fuck ton of charity work.
Oh, I'm sure. But Yeah, I don't
Like
know.
more than the average Joe.
The Broncos, I don't know, man. What the fuck happened to the Bucks though? Is more my question. The Broncos, it's not like they played. Their defense was awesome, but fucking shocker. I don't know.
No.
I'm more wondering what the fuck happened with the Bucks, both defensively and then like offensively. What was our plan?
So Rashad White forgot how to football, and then Bucky Irving was really good. And then towards the end of the game, they were like, "Yeah, this Irving kid, he's playing a good game, but Rashad White pass protection, so they wouldn't put him on the field."
Love
And
that.
that's tough. Because listen, we were talking about rookie running back snatching chains. Rashad White is actually on chain watch.
Well, Rashad
He's
White's
he's
just
been
been
on training,
ass.
yeah.
So
Right. Bucky Irving looks really fucking
Yeah.
good. Through 3 weeks, Bucky Irving looks incredible.
Yeah.
Like I was talking about earlier, he's another guy that's really good at like manipulating defenders and utilizing his block. There's nothing I love more than a running back who knows how to line his blockers up perfectly and then trail them. And Bucky Irving is so good at it. It actually arouses me a little bit. I can't lie.
was Pat Surtain that good that Mike Evans was just not throw toable?
I
Or-
didn't watch their pass game. I watched
didn't-
every run snap from this team. I did not watch any of their
Yeah,
passing.
I didn't see it. Like, because most of what I was able to see was like red zone, and the Bucks
Mhm.
offense wasn't really on there a lot.
Nope.
But like,
Well, they were not.
Mike Evans had 2 catches.
Yeah, that's tough.
I feel like that's 90% of the reason why the Bucks lost. The Bucks offense, like Baker played well. I don't know how bad the pick was, but
Right.
even if it was a bad pick, I mean, he was still completing a ton of passes, making plays. So why is Mike Evans not part of the offense? Like, I don't know, man.
DeAndre Tillman. Dondre? Is it DeAndre? No, it's
I don't
Dondre Tillman. Had 2 sacks
Who?
for the Broncos.
Who?
Yeah. And then Jonathan Cooper, Nick Bonito, Zach Allen, Devon Key, and
Oh,
John
well,
Franklin
that's-
Myers all had a sack.
That would be it. Baker
Yeah.
getting murdered.
7 sacks.
Can't have that.
Yeah. I mean, I should have known from watching their run game because there were a lot of plays where the offensive linemen looked like they got scared. I don't know who the fuck 77 is on Tampa offhand, but there was a play where I shit you not, bro tripped, dropped to one knee when Bucky Irving was about to run behind him, and then he stood up and like tried. So that caused at the last second Bucky Irving had to cut to the right. And he had Cade Otton as a lead blocker one-on-one with the linebacker. And Cade Otton,
Miller.
instead of blocking the linebacker, went over the linebacker.
Miller, do you know who number 76 is on the box?
He
I
said
said
77.
77? I say 76 is Donovan Smith.
Yeah, it's 77. It was a white dude.
Who the fuck?
Justin School.
Why was he on the field?
I don't know, but he fell to one knee.
Did Godeke or Wirfs get hurt?
I think he was in it. No, he was in a tackle because of the way it was designed. It was weird. They were trying to get too cute with some of their blocking, and that caused problems.
Yeah.
But they were
Oh.
getting cute with Bucky Irving in good ways. Like, they started doing this thing where they'll line Bucky Irving out as a receiver, and then they'll bring him in motion, like on a, how you bring a guy in motion normally, and then he'll, like, do that thing where he kind of, like, runs his feet over to the side, and then Baker will snap it, and they'll bring him back across, and he'll take, like, a pop pass or a handoff, and then they'll, like, rotate the tight end around to be a lead blocker for him. They were doing some cool shit. It's sad that they lost, because I wish I could talk more about the cool shit in a positive light, instead of it just being a footnote and a blowout.
Yeah. I don't know, man. This year's been weird. That's what I know.
Yes,
Um,
very.
I don't know. What's the next game? Can I transition this cool? Speaking of being weird, Malik Willis blew out the Titans.
The Packers' run game blew out the Titans, sweaty.
Malik Willis went 13 of 19 for 202 and a tud. Malik
Malik
Willis,
was part of the
looked-
Packers
I
running
know.
game.
and yeah, he also had the most rushing yards for the Packers.
Oh, I didn't see that yet. Okay.
Malik
fair.
Willis,
So-
like,
GG's.
beat the Titans.
Gentlemen,
Yeah, he did. That's a revenge
Oh
game.
my God, paying
Malik
Jordan
Willis
Love was a
revenge game.
mistake. Oh my God.
Well,
God, I wish I was
I'm
that
just
big of a
kidding.
hater. I wish I was
I
big
think
enough of
they
a
might
hater to
have-
back
I
you.
am a
I think
big
they
enough
might have
hater.
won by. I think they might have won by 60 if Love was playing, dude.
Dude,
like,
probably.
This was.
Listen, the
Yeah.
Titans
So
are
here's
so poop ass. They lost to the Bears in Week 1. Man,
here's
they're
here's
not
a
good.
couple of things. Here's a couple of things. Manuel Wilson is really good. I
Yeah,
like
where the
him.
fuck did he come from?
Stud. Got drafted last year. I think he was hurt most of last year. I think he went to
Oh,
school.
was he?
Texas A&M, maybe? No, that doesn't
He
sound right.
was the one who went to the tiny ass school and was a UDFA last year.
Yeah, yeah.
He went to fucking Fort Valley State.
Yeah. So Emmanuel Wilson is really good. Malik Willis is under the right system.
Capable.
Well, I mean,
Good. He
who's
is
his
fine.
offensive coordinator been in the past? Because, like, let's not. Maybe more of Malik Willis's issue wasn't Malik Willis and more of the Titans.
Well, I think that's clear now because he's playing potent football, which he never seemed to do.
I mean,
Oh
in
shit,
Tennessee.
baby Komet had 2 catches.
So
I feel like
Yeah.
this is just becoming the thing where people are finally realizing that maybe 90% of the issue with all of these quarterbacks is coaching is ass.
okay, can I throw this out there for you guys?
Do it.
I was having this debate on Twitter. If
Mhm.
Will Levis was the one who got traded and he stepped up after Jordan Love, would he be better or worse than Malik Willis right
Better.
now in the Packers system?
Better.
Right?
I think comfortably better.
I was fighting for Levis being better, but I was being told I was wrong.
I think
I
it's
think that-
Levis,
I
but
think
I
that
don't know. There's
the
something in my
roles
heart
were
that says it
reversed-
should be Malik.
I think, yeah, in my heart,
the
I want it to be Malik Willis
the
because he's a more
rushing
fun player,
upside-
but
The rushing upside of Willis makes me think maybe, but I think Levis is just pure talent and arm
I was
talent.
going to say, as a passer, Levis would be better.
Levis
With
is a
the
more
depth of the
nuanced
Packers-
passer, which is a weird
Yeah.
thing to say. Malik Willis might have a bigger arm.
But he's playing. If he was playing behind
don't
the
know about
Packers
that.
offensive line,
Levis has like
they both have a cannon.
Oh, dude.
generational bordering cannon, dude.
Yeah,
I don't think Levis or Willis is quite on that level.
But those two, anyway. But regardless, like I'm convinced any quarterback can win a football game starting for the Green Bay Packers this year, because well, there's a couple that wouldn't. But the point it being, the system is just in place, and they built it around Jordan Love, and it works, right?
Yeah.
And LaFleur is a fantastic head coach, great play calling in this game. And also the Titans are just a terrible football team, dude. The offense can't get anything going because of Will Levis being under center at the current moment. And maybe that's because he's being coached by Brian Callahan. I don't know anything about Brian Callahan and his offensive scheme, but it's clearly nothing's working. They are a terrible
Brian
I
offense.
actually
Callahan's-
kind of disagree.
So
I think the offense
Brian-
is working fine. I think Malik. I think Will Levis
Will
has
Levis
a bigger
stinks.
bozo gene
Maybe.
than Josh Allen.
That's the thing.
that's true.
Brian
That football
Callahan's
against the Jets
offense,
was believable.
it's
like-
really it's a really nuanced offense that requires a lot of like precision and just football IQ from his quarterback. Hence why it worked with Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
And now you bring it here to Will Levis. And he's like, all right, Will, I need you to read out the entire field on this play in under 3 seconds. And he goes,
Yeah.
and then it's
but-
an interception.
Yeah,
Like,
so Will,
he
so
doesn't
Will Levis, kind of a bozo. Tajay
Yeah.
Spears, good.
free him.
Great running back. Free him.
I
Either
will give
Yes.
Carolina's 2nd-round pick for Tajay Spears
Honestly,
tomorrow.
I don't care about any other receiver on this team, but can we free D Hop, please?
Not he made this bed. He chose to come here.
Go to Ridley. They both kind of were
Well,
just like,
yeah,
hey, let's go to the
okay,
Titans and play with Will
Because
Levis.
they hoped that young quarterback could be good. Young quarterback is bad.
They
And
bet
actually,
Also,
on Mayo,
Will
Let's
man.
Levis,
also-
oh, actually,
let's
to
be
be fair,
fair,
Will Levis,
D Hop
Will Levis last year gave
D-Hop picked
D-Hop pretty good
Vrabel,
reason to
and
love him.
doesn't have that anymore. D
I
Hop
think
believed in
Levis's
Braves.
first
That's
game,
true.
D-Hop
Okay,
had
I will
like
give
3
you that.
touchdowns.
I will give you
Calvin
that.
Ridley can go fuck himself. He picked money.
Yeah, Calvin.
But D Hop,
yeah.
he picked Vrabel and they failed him.
I will
It's just
give you
like
that.
free Devontae Adams. He
Yeah.
picked Derek Carr and you immediately got rid of him.
But Yeah.
Um,
So the Packers. Obviously, I tweeted this out. This is probably the most scared I've been of the Vikings maybe ever,
Valid.
as like that I can remember as a fan. I don't think I've ever been more nervous about a Vikings game because usually, even if they're a good team, there's like something where I can be like, oh, it's a divisional game. Plus, there's this thing that we do really good that the Vikings can't stop. But so far, nobody's cracked.
So here's
Flores,
how you beat the
Shanahan,
Vikings.
you know,
It's gonna be using Josh
you
Jacobs
score
and
more
Emmanuel
points than
Wilson.
them.
No,
Yeah. Well,
have your defense be able to.
yes.
So the reason the 49ers couldn't do it is the Vikings jumped on them really fast offensively, got a 2-touchdown lead, and then you just cannot just run the football. You have to throw it. That's what the Vikings are doing. They're jumping on you quick offensively, and then their defense, if you can't run, you're forced to throw, and your quarterback's not gonna figure it out. Like,
Yeah.
I think you're gonna the quarterbacks who are gonna shred this defense are Mahomes and Allen, and that's it. And
I
it's
think
just pure,
Halfley.
we're better.
I think Halfley's defense is going to come in ready, and I think that they are going to make it harder on the Vikings offense than it has been. Because to be honest, like, is the Niners secondary really all that great?
You guys
Other
don't
than,
get to
like-
start that shit now.
I
You've
was
been
gonna
arguing
say,
it the opposite way for 2 years, both of you.
I'm
You don't get to
I'm
start this
staying
now.
on the side of the Niners defense or the Niners secondary. I'm not no. Jair Brown's
just
great.
don't-
Talanoa
yeah, I
Hufanga
guess.
is great. Charvarius Ward's one of the best press man corners in the sport. Diamador Lenore is really solid. They drafted who was
Jair
Florida
Brown.
State
Oh,
no,
that's
Florida
not what I was
State.
thinking of.
corner Renardo Green. Renardo Green's really solid. Like their secondary's good. I'm with Geek. We're not going to throw them under the bus just to push agendas.
But we don't get it. We also
stand
don't get to
for it.
switch that up now that they played the Vikings and try to go, well, their secondary's not that good. No. I've spent 2 years because I've
Okay.
spent 2 years arguing that they're not good, and everybody pushes back against me.
I have
Fine.
one
Is
question
the
about this
Texans
game.
secondary really that good?
Yeah.
Are
Stingley,
they? Outside
Petrie.
of Stingley and Petrie.
And Lassiter's been
Who?
way better
Oh,
than I would
dude,
have
Kamari
expected.
Lassiter's
That's
been
true. Lassiter's been
sick.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But regardless, I like the Packers. I like what Half was doing with the Packers
Sure.
defense. Best defensive coordinator we've had maybe in my lifetime. Probably
That
in my
bar is
lifetime.
very low.
Yeah.
'Cause, there was Mike Pettin, and then there was all those guys.
Terrorist
and-
1, Terrorist 2, Bin
Yeah, Joe
Laden.
Barry, literally anybody you put out there, right? And so, yeah, Jeff Halfley is the answer on defense. They're a lot more aggressive. They're playing very well. Devontae Wyatt is playing very well. Quay Walker is playing very well. Isaiah McDuffie is playing very well. Xavier McKinney is a monster. I
saw
love Xavier
Ed Taft
McKinney so much.
Had half a sack. Did he have a good game? I didn't watch this one. Edgerrin Cooper.
Oh, Edgerrin Cooper is sick. Yeah, he's
Good.
flying around. Van Ness had a great game. Had the forced
I thought he had
fumble.
a sack.
And then
yeah.
teabagged Levis on the way to getting the ball, which was hilarious.
Yeah. If
Real
the Pack-
quick-
go ahead.
Can I ask you
Their
a
defense
question,
is
Jake?
really good. Yeah, go.
How did Kenneth Murray get 2 sacks in this game? I did not watch this, and I see that, and that makes me sad.
Oh.
How did Ken Murray get 2 sacks in this game? I believe it was a situation where either on second or third down they just brought the house, and
Oh, so he
every-
was just
and the-
quicker.
the
Cool.
entire offensive line is taken up, and he just sprints up the middle, and Malik Willis, and he's
Okay,
kind of just like
that makes sense.
and then
That's
he gets
the-
pounded.
That sounds
Yeah.
like the
He
only
wasn't,
way
like,
Kenneth
he
Murray
wasn't like
can do
rushing off the
something
edge
good.
or anything. Yeah, I think it
Well,
was just
no.
when he was just like when they called like an overload blitz or just sent the house on like
Sure.
a third down. He was the guy who got left untouched because he's Kenneth Murray.
I was gonna
So,
say, I feel like if someone's sent in the house, Kenneth Murray is the
Um,
guy you forget because no one thinks about Kenneth Murray.
yeah. So
You'd
that's
forget,
how he
and
got
he
2
is quick enough to just be the guy who
Mhm.
gets there.
It was
Yeah.
nothing about Kenneth Murray being good.
Good,
It was
Good.
just-
I was worried the Packers might have had
Team.
like a tight end they were throwing out there that just couldn't block. But this is good.
That would
This
make
is
me
good.
really
This makes me
happy with
happy.
the defense they're about to face. It's like, yes, keep him
Kraft
out
is-
there to
Kraft
block.
is-
Yes.
is a really good blocker.
No,
Kraft
and
is
Baby
awesome
Komet is a really
Yeah.
solid blocker.
Musgrave, It's not really his thing. He's
No,
more
he's a
yeah,
receiving tight end. That's why
but
they
that's why
drafted
they
them
took
the same
both.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Kraft is a really good blocker, which is also gives me hope for the Vikings game. But back to the Titans game, just to cap it off. Malik Willis, if he has to play, if Jordan Love says he's not ready to go, there's a chance. Mobile quarterback against the Vikings defense and no Ivan Pace, there's a chance.
I don't
I
know
do
if
not
there's
think
no
they will
Ivan
win with
Pace.
Malik Willis.
I don't. I'm gonna look
Um,
if there's an update yet.
But I believe that they could win with Malik Willis because of the scheme and the system. And listen, it's hard to believe that if Shanahan's play calling couldn't crack it, that LaFleur's will. But I don't know. It'll be interesting.
It is also just a division game, and those are weird.
Yeah, it's at Lambeau too, so
Which
never know.
doesn't really matter because last year we smoked you at Lambeau and you smoked us at the bank. So,
I guess home field advantage doesn't usually matter, but before every game, I'm still taking it.
well, and it would
actually
be.
get
I
smoked at
think it
home.
would matter more if it was December.
Also, to be fair, when you smoked us at home, Kirk Cousins was playing at an MVP level, and when we smoked you at on the road, you had Nick Mullins starting.
Right.
So,
But it's like
like
Sam Darnold's playing MVP level right now, so maybe we can just do it again. Also,
Yeah.
if we ever have a play inside the 20 on that side of the field, I want to sub out Sam
Yeah.
Darnold and put in Nick
I know we're
Mullins.
not doing game previews right now, but the thing that I think will end up losing the Packers the game is that Aaron Jones is probably going to have like 200 rushing yards or something. So that'll probably
Revenge
be the
game.
case. But
Yeah.
The
Moving on.
CJ Ham tape after that game will be historic.
moving on.
Football.
Well, to cap off our
Oh,
favorite teams games. Colts 21, Bears 16. Anthony Richardson stunk, and they
I
still
was gonna
won.
say
Um,
Anthony Richardson. I know
stunk.
it's become a meme of like he can hit a 60-yard throw off his back foot blindfolded with three guys literally inside of him, but he can't hit a check down. I know, I wanted to word it that way. I understand. That's the emphasis I was trying to put on it. That wasn't a wording. I mean it. He was literally getting butt fucked when he threw that insane pass. What was it, week 1?
God damn.
That
Yeah.
was like the most insane throw anyone's ever seen. Yet in this game, granted, Chicago was getting decent pressure on him. Like Jervon Dexter and Andrew Billings, insane football players.
Unless they have to
And-
stop the run, apparently.
Okay, this game, the run was bad. The first 2 games, the Bears were great at stopping the run.
Who did you play
This
the
game, it
first
got-
2 weeks? The Titans, who Tajay, but like,
Right.
and
And then the Texans.
without Joe Mixon, though, right?
No, he was there for half the game.
Oh, how was the run defense for the half that Mixon was there?
Good.
Oh, okay. I
No,
was wondering
the
if it was just a
problem-
real running back
this-
issue.
This was one of those things where the defense just got tired because they were on the field so much. Like that type of situation.
Gotcha.
Plus, Jonathan Taylor was doing this really fucking annoying thing
Called
where
being
he
good
would
at football.
right, where like he would get to the second level or before he get to the second level, he'd put a move on like a 300-pound lineman, and then he'd get a really nice angle and be able to run a lot. Because, like, yeah, Jonathan Taylor 1-on-1 in the hole with a 300-pound lineman. If he gets a little bit of daylight, of course he's going to win that. If he didn't win that, we'd be needing to have conversations about him not playing football anymore.
That's fair.
So, yeah, that was tough. I could sit here and I could scream about DeAndre Swift for an hour and a half,
Just don't. I'm so tired.
but I'm not.
I just don't
I
know
just
why you
wanna
ever
say-
believed.
Listen, I
Yeah.
still.
How could you possibly have thought?
Ugh.
Jake,
I
you
will
don't
say,
get to say shit.
To DeAndre Swift's credit, the offensive line isn't doing him any favors.
Yeah, that's the
It's
reason.
bad.
Yeah, I don't
But-
care though. You're averaging less than 2 yards a carry
Right.
through 3 weeks. I
He's
don't
still
care.
playing
No, it's
horrible.
not.
I'm just saying it's not 100% him. Like, there's a lot of factors at play for this being bad. I will say Kari being hurt for the last 2 weeks isn't helping anybody. Because as silly as it sounds, the idea of DeAndre Swift having a fullback that he can quite literally just follow to find the hole might actually help him a lot. the big issue with the Bears running back room is it's clear that Roshan Johnson and Khalil Herbert need to see the field more just because they're better than Swift at getting upfield.
They're
Like,
also
Swift,
better than Swift at seeing the field. And that's
Right,
like the
and
most
that's-
important part of playing a running back. So
That's what I
It's so
was
fu-
alluding to.
It's just so funny to me. Imagining, like, in the game, Kari's like going through the hole, and he's just like, "All right, come on, buddy, this
Dude,
way.
no,
Come on."
I mean,
there was a play yesterday. I saw a clip of it on Twitter where the fullback, not actually a fullback, but somebody runs through the whole lead blocking for him, and he runs the opposite way because he's actually that stupid. DeAndre
Maybe
Swift
he's
is
just a
not an
rebellious
NFL
guy.
player. He's actually too dumb to be in the league.
The worst one was he had a run where he bounced it to the outside and it was the right thing for once, right? He had DJ Moore one-on-one with the corner
Yeah,
and three guys coming downhill
Yep.
from the end zone where Swift
Yep.
could have easily picked up 5 yards if he goes around DJ Moore. Geek, have you seen this clip? What do you think he does?
Oh, he definitely swerved back into the three guys because he's DeAndre Swift.
He ran into DJ Moore.
That's way
He ran
worse.
into DJ Moore. he tried to bounce it outside and bumped into DJ Moore.
Dude, how is he that bad at football? Like, genuinely,
And then
how is he that bad
The
at football?
worst one that
I
hasn't
mean,
gotten
we all
as
knew
much
it too.
attention.
Yeah, me and
Uh-huh.
Geek knew that
Fucking
coming into
Jake.
this season that DeAndre
The-
Swift was going to be terrible.
The
the worst
gaslighting
run.
from Jake.
But Miller just convinced himself that he would be
Uh-huh.
this fantastic running back because, in Philadelphia, he was so good. But yeah, we have to think about how Philadelphia's offensive line is like
At least I don't
generational, whereas the
gaslight you,
Bears'
Miller.
offensive line is.
At least
know.
I don't
Yeah, so-
gaslight you.
But anyways, getting off of that, the positives from this game, the Bears' defensive line is way better than I thought it was going to be, which makes me very excited. Jervon Dexter has taken a major leap through 3 weeks, which is awesome to see. Darrell Taylor has been a legitimately productive pass rusher. Austin Booker's had his flashes when he's seen the field. And then Montez Sweat is Montez Sweat. Andrew Billings is one of the best nose tackles in the sport. Bears linebackers are playing great. Secondary's playing good. Kevin Byard looks like a real football player after whatever the hell happened in Philadelphia, which is great. And then offensively, Caleb just had, I know you guys are going to flame me for this. I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, the best passing performance any rookie quarterback has had through 3 weeks. And I will stand by that. I know. Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels didn't have to deal with pressure up his ass the entire game. The way Caleb was handling pressure was beyond what a rookie should be able to do. I was beyond impressed with him. I know he had the 2 interceptions. One of those was a freak thing, and the other one was a learning experience. I won't lie. It was a stupid play.
I
but
can't wait to talk
it's
about
not the end of the
Jaden
world.
Daniels. And not even for I don't even want to argue him and Caleb. I think Jaden right now has been the best rookie quarterback by a mile, and it's not even.
I still disagree. I think Caleb's been better.
You can't just say I disagree even though the tape says you're wrong in every scenario.
But it doesn't.
Okay, you can't go, well, the pressure means Caleb's better because, well, he's a tougher situation. No, you have to actually still make plays. Don't care.
Okay, which he's been doing.
Okay, no,
Cool.
he did this week. He hadn't made a single play the rest of the season. You can't say, well,
That's just not true.
the final 10 minutes of this game, he was awesome. So you get to write off the other 3.5.
Oh, yeah, because he didn't have 2 big throws to Roma Dunze
right.
in the first half. He didn't have.
You lost me. You had me,
You're-
but you lost
you're-
me.
you're-
Okay, I
okay.
genuinely
Okay.
didn't see when
God-
everything happened in this game.
So,
but-
God forbid I'm allowed to have a tiny little shred of optimism about my team.
That's not what
God
I'm
forbid.
saying. I'm saying, God forbid you give Jaden Daniels any fucking credit just because you want to pretend that he's worse than Justin Fields. That's my
You should
issue
give
with
up on
you.
Caleb Williams.
I never
Yeah.
said that.
I want to throw out there, wasn't even saying that to discredit Jaden. And when we get to Jaden, I will fucking give him his flowers. Now shut the fuck up and let me talk about my quarterback, you son of a bitch. I sat here and listened to your Sam Darnold bullshit. I can gas up Caleb.
I said less words about Sam Darnold than you've said about DeAndre Swift. Chill out.
Okay. But yeah, Caleb looks good.
No,
Roma
yeah.
Dunze looks good.
No, I'm not
Fucking-
even trying to.
No,
don't
No,
do that.
I'm over it. Move on. I'm
Are
over
you
it.
kidding? Oh, so if
no.
you do this to my team for 2 years, it's fine. I
No,
judge
I'm just saying.
once.
I
and-
figured this would be the one place where I was safe to talk about Caleb and
and
not have
you
to deal with
are.
idiots in my ear. I'm not even calling you guys idiots. I'm just saying people being assholes
What
about
did
it. I
hey,
figured I
what
could I figured
No,
I could talk about Caleb
you
safely here.
can.
I was
But
just
clearly
sitting
not.
here.
It's
I'm
fine.
just sitting here.
I said my
didn't say
piece.
anything.
I said my piece.
Dude, oh my
How?
god.
Why am I getting roped into this? What did I do?
Let's move on.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. No, sorry. Steelers 20. Oh God, we have to talk about Justin Fields right now after all. Oh,
Hey, listen, I'm happy
All right.
Justin's doing good. I'm not going to sit here and be a bitch about Justin. I'm happy to see him succeed.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we talk about Justin for a second though? Because he doesn't look like Justin Fields.
No,
he's
been
not
turned
throwing
into
it
like
deep. He's not
No.
taking sacks. He's not really extending plays. Like he's just quick hitters over the middle all the time.
I was going to say,
It's the
I don't-
weirdest thing.
I'm not saying this as a shot at Justin, but he has genuinely been turned into a game manager by Pittsburgh, and it's working.
Yeah,
Coaching.
dude, it's weird, but I kind of love it.
Yeah.
Coaching.
Yeah, I mean, it
Um,
is coaching.
yeah.
Absolutely, it's coaching.
Yeah.
I
They
mean,
know
like-
what he is, and they know what he's not.
Yeah.
And what
Right.
he's not is a guy who can consistently extend plays and not be stupid
Yeah,
and throw a deep ball and not throw it to
and that's the thing.
the
Like,
lone safety up top. Like he, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
the coaching in Chicago for him sucked. Like, I
Yeah.
won't deny that. Having Getsy and Nagy, death sentence.
Yeah, you can
Arthur
still
Smith is a good-
want
Arthur
Fields
Smith
to be
is a good OC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like Arthur Smith has
he
always
just
been a
can't
good OC.
be a head coach. He's kind
So
of
this
brain
was
dead.
yeah.
this was always going to work out, I think.
Yeah, and
Now here's
It's-
my question to you guys. I think I know both of your answers. If at least for me, let me just say my answer, and then you guys. I don't think there's any shot. If I'm the Steelers, I'm putting Russell Wilson
can't.
No.
in the
No.
game.
you
In
can't.
I
no
know
world,
that
no.
I know that they're considering it, but I do
I
You
think
not.
they're
lose the
just saying
fans,
that.
you lose the locker room, and you lose football games if you do that.
Yeah.
You can't lose all three.
No. And
Yeah.
the Fields thing, I think Miller will agree with this. He didn't want Fields to be bad, but it was time for Fields needed a new situation. It didn't matter
This
if you
was
brought in a new
mutually beneficial
Yeah.
divorce. It needed to happen.
Fields needed his Sam Darnold, Geno Smith, Baker arc. Go to a new team, get a new chance, keep moving.
Mhm.
You guys know who the Steelers' leading receiver was this week?
It was fucking
Somebody gross.
Calvin
It was-
Austin, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was Calvin Austin.
my goat.
Because he
I
had
know you
the
li-
big
and hey,
slant.
Hey, Hammy. I know you're listening to this. Fuck you.
What?
Sorry.
That's
What
aggressive.
did he
really hates
start
Calvin
Calvin
Austin.
Austin in fantasy? Oh,
So
I really like Calvin Austin, but he doesn't like Calvin Austin, and Calvin Austin might be good.
word.
So I'm gonna hold on to that.
talking about
Calvin
the chart.
Austin-
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say he is a solid gadget player, and Arthur Smith likes those.
Yes, he is.
That's why
Um,
Cordero Patterson keeps getting snaps.
Yes.
So
Chargers,
is Quentin
everything
Johnston
sucks.
good at football?
Yeah, I'm afraid
no, he's
he
pretty good.
figured it out.
Like, I'm not
Yeah.
saying he's going to be like a wide receiver one and awesome, but he can be. So for the Chargers, I think they still need a real one, like a
Mhm.
real guy. But I think Ladd to fill the like more old man Keenan Allen like slot, do all the
Just
dirty work
open
role,
on third down.
Yep.
Yeah.
and then QJ to do not exactly the Mike Williams role, but the just like
I was just getting ready to say they just have QJ and they just have Mike Williams and old Keenan Allen again,
kind of
just without injuries. Knock on wood.
Yeah. And QJ, if he can play like this, it's gonna work.
Mhm.
Is
Yeah.
Herbert okay?
No.
He was limited today.
Yeah, he's probably not gonna play.
That's the way it's trending.
Hey, Heineke can win you a game. I don't
Say,
know
who
who
do the
they're
Char-
Oh wait, they're
they play
playing
the
the Chiefs. Oh fuck!
Jinkies.
If Herbert's not gonna play, I gotta change my pick.
You know what I really
You know,
like?
what? I'm gonna roll with it. If any
Yeah.
backup's gonna randomly beat the Chiefs, it would be Heineke.
I really like J.K. Dobbins
I like
Was his
J.K.
best
Dobbins
game
too. I was gonna say
against
yeah.
against a good Steelers defense, but dude's kind of a monster.
Listen, I'm gonna let you two and the listeners to this in on a little secret, right? I have been rearing to make a J.K. Dobbins video for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because, he's been like high in rushing yards. It's a whole great story. And I want to talk about the Chargers run game. I was like, okay, if he has a big game this week, this is the week. I'm finally going to cave and do it. Motherfucker averaged 2.9 yards per carry.
I mean, the
Yeah,
Steelers
'cause-
defense is like
Well,
good.
yeah,
Steelers
and that's
defense
kind of what I was
keeps them
thinking, because
alive.
that was the deal breaker for me. Like, if he has an insane game against this defense, conversations
Yeah.
need to be had. If he acts pedestrian against this defense, it's like, okay, I'm not going to take the first 3 weeks away from him, but we can
Yeah.
wait. We can put that on the back burner. Ended up talking about young running backs, but yeah, no, I love the J.K. Dobbins like rejuvenation arc. I will say though, and it hurts my heart a little bit, the Scott Matlock at fullback experience is not great. It's almost like, I know Ricard happened, but it's almost like putting a guy who's 300 pounds and telling him to move a lot isn't great. Because they're not,
normally.
because like Harbaugh, he's trying to do the modern fullback thing where he lines him up at tight end and has him pull across the line, and he'll line him up at receiver and then motion him into the backfield and stuff. And like, that's great. I understand why he does it. Makes 100% sense, right? This dude's a nose tackle. This is his first year doing this. I don't know if he has the stamina for that. Because what ends up happening is you do all the stuff with him pre-snap, you get a good look, and then he's like trying to make his way out in front of Dobbins, and Dobbins is like, move the fuck out of my way, and it's a mess. Like, Ricard had the benefit of his first year, he was just I form. Every time he was just lined up in the backfield, because that's what fullbacks did then. I know it's a different league and different utilization and whatnot, but Ricard had the ability to like build up that stamina and do a lot of the conditioning with it. Matlock, they told him like a couple weeks before the season, hey buddy, we're putting you at fullback. Get ready to do everything Kyle Juszczyk does. And I mean, even if you look at what Greg Roman did with Harbaugh, what Greg Roman did with Ricard when he had him doing this kind of stuff, even Ricard was a little like out of his element. So it's tough, but Matlock has had some nice blocks, especially when he's just lined up as a fullback. That was an unnecessary rant. I apologize.
No, we appreciate unnecessary rants.
Steelers defense, like all-time good though.
Really good.
Like from top to bottom.
I'm gonna be intrigued at like what team finishes with the best defense this year, because I know like the Steelers points allowed are slightly better than the Vikings, but they've also played one real football team so far. So, and the Vikings have played two of the best offenses in football. So
yeah.
So we have 8 games left, and I don't know what we're doing on time, but I guarantee you we have to cook.
Real quick, Dolphins get ass kicked. Shocker, they don't have a quarterback. Why the fuck did Tim Boyle get 13 snaps?
Skylar Thompson also got hurt.
Oh, I didn't know that. What the fuck?
Yep.
Hey, maybe sign Ryan Tannehill.
Only's going to start this week. Sounds like.
When the fuck did Dwayne Eskridge get on the Dolphins? Hold on.
This game, and he cooked. Oh, he had one catch, but
he had one catch. Buddy.
Hey, man, so did Tyreek, basically. So who cares?
Also, Zach Charbonnet, really good.
Zach Charbonnet is really good. Yeah.
So when you look at NFC quarterbacks, why is it that 2 of the 3 best are just Jets rejects? Like right now, just based off this year alone. Because Kyler, Geno, and Sam Darnold have been the 3 best quarterbacks in the NFC.
You want to know why?
Is Kyler a Jets reject? What am I missing there?
Geno and Darnold?
Oh, you said 2 of the 3. I thought you said all 3.
No, I just like, Kyler deserves to have his name there right now.
No, sure. I understand.
You want to know why, Geek?
Because the Jets can't develop a quarterback?
Because Sam Darnold is being coached by Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah.
And Geno Smith is being coached by Mike McDonald and Pete Carroll.
Well,
defensive guy?
Dave Canales.
Yeah, I was going to say Dave Canales.
And Dave Canales, yeah. Well, McDonald's a good coach.
Yeah, but McDonald's
awesome.
More.
So, like, okay. What's he doing for Geno?
Just to give McDonald a shout.
Who did they replace Waldron with?
Somebody better.
Clearly. It's 3-0, but...
I have no idea.
Ryan Grubb,
Where'd he come from?
who
What'd he do?
was UW's OC for the
Oh,
last 2 years.
Like
UW
Washington?
Iowa
Yeah.
or UW Washington, not
UW
Iowa. He's
Iowa.
from sorry, he is from Kingsley, Iowa. That's why I said Iowa. I was looking
That's
at his
just so
profile.
funny.
Washington OC is kind of cooks. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, I mean, he made that
Um,
Penix guy look like he could play football. So
it's true. Yeah,
It's true.
but regardless, we've talked about this 1,000 times in this episode alone. But coaching,
Coaching.
mhm.
yeah, Jonathan Gannon. Great
Oh, speaking
motivator,
of bad
great-
coaching.
I
Oh.
was gonna say, you know what's better than coaching? Aura.
fullbacks.
Oh, I was gonna say, speaking of bad coaching, the Raiders lost to the
Both were.
Panthers.
Yeah,
Yeah, Pierce is a
I
bad
wouldn't-
football coach. I'm
I was gonna
out.
say Pierce is a bad football coach, but I wouldn't even say this game was bad football coach. This was just Andy Dalton laying his nuts on the table.
Well, I mean, the Raiders quit. Like multiple players
Well,
have quit on the team. So I think that's a coaching thing. This game was
crazy
winnable
considering-
even at the end. Like
Which is
they
crazy
could have done
considering
something.
Antonio Pierce was hired solely because nobody quit while he was the coach.
Mhm.
Solely because he motivated a team of
Yeah, but he
losers.
has made every
Like-
wrong decision this year possible. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Your receivers wanted Aiden O'Connell. That's who you start. I don't care. I genuinely don't.
It's all because of the Chargers blowout.
Well,
That's what
yeah.
caused everything
Well,
here.
He
yeah.
is
when it
a
wasn't
Easton
supposed to be a
Stick
blowout,
person.
you could have just went for it on 4th and 3 and trusted your guys. But he admitted that he doesn't have faith in his players, and you lost the locker
Yeah.
room really quick. And where will Devontae Adams finish the season?
The Jets.
I genuinely think it's
No.
possible.
No,
They'll trade for him. The Jets will lose like 3 games, and they'll be kind of in the middle of the pack in the AFC, and then they'll trade for
Quick,
Devontae Adams at
Quick,
the
who
deadline.
else needs a receiver? Who else needs a
they'll-
receiver? There's gotta be
They'll go
someone else.
undefeated.
Imagine the Chiefs trade a
and-
first-round pick, like 3 first-round picks for Devontae.
if they in any way needed him, they would. But they've shown that it does not
okay,
matter who
but
they
it's
throw
the Chiefs,
out there.
They don't need him, but you can hurt a division rival while guaranteeing yourself another Super Bowl. Why
The
not?
Raiders would also never do it.
Hear me out.
Oh, I like you. Hear me out. The Bills.
Panthers.
The Saints.
Honestly,
Saints.
I would love that. That would be so sick.
Do you imagine he just goes right back to Derek Carr?
Oh,
I can't quit you.
you know what I think is funny? This bringing up the Saints just made me remember this. The Super Bowl's in New Orleans.
No, they can't make it then. God
Well,
won't
no,
allow it.
they won't make it. I'm living in my delusional land because I'm allowed
Yes.
to right now.
Fair.
There's no karmic justice better than the Vikings winning a Super Bowl on the field where they were cheated out of one. The karmic justice is there.
So here's the thing, right?
Oh, it's not. I'm not saying it's
The
going to
Vikings
happen.
are not going to win the Super Bowl this year.
No. But you know what? With that
Um,
defense, I refuse to say never. You know?
But
You know,
regardless, the
Crazier things
Panthers-
have happened.
Yeah, Nick Foles won.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say the fact that Brock Purdy's receivers failed him this week is crazier than anything
Oh,
else that has
true.
ever happened.
That's also fair.
Brock Purdy played a solid game, bro. This is
Brock Purdy
crazy.
played his ass off, and the only 2 guys who came to play with him were Jawan Jennings and Kyle Juszczyk.
Hey, don't bully Jordan Mason.
Oh, did Jordan Mason have a good?
I don't know. He
yeah,
still averaged 4
he
yards.
He averaged 4 yards a carry. I'll give him that.
Right.
I'll give him that. The 3 guys came to play this week.
Is Brandon Ayuk not good?
I don't know, man. I
benched
don't
him-
know.
I benched him in fantasy from League Neighbors, and it's going to pay off tremendously.
has
the
because
yips.
League Neighbors had
Do you
21
think-
points, so
Do you think right now John Lynch is regretting not
Here's the que-
taking the
here's the
first
thing.
round picks in Amari
here's the
Cooper?
thing. No. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Ayuk is not a bad receiver. He is just currently showing how much of an effect missing the entirety of training camp is going to have on a player.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Thank God.
He
A
is
reasonable
so-
explanation.
he is so rusty and clearly so like out of practice because he probably, to be honest, even when he was missing training camp, he probably wasn't doing many football activities out like on his own,
Yeah.
right? He probably wasn't like out there grinding on like a high school field, right? Like I feel
I'm trying to
like
think of who
he
else
is just
missed
kind
training
of.
camp.
I feel like he's just kind of shaking off rust of missing literally the entirety of OTAs, minicamp, everything. This the time when he stepped on the field against the Jets. That was the first time we touched a football field. That team since the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut him slack for a few weeks while he kind of knocks that off. But if he
Yeah.
starts to really just stink, then maybe there's a conversation to
This
be had.
this is
Oh,
this
if
is
it looks like this in
preseason.
week 8, I am starting narratives.
Currently, he's still technically a preseason inside the preseason.
So technically,
Or
he needs
his
to have a
own
good game
preseason,
this week.
right?
Preseason's
Yes.
Not
3 weeks.
inherently. Not inherently.
week-
Some guys struggle week 1.
Giving him
Okay.
till week 8. Book it
Yeah.
on this podcast. If he does not have a good game by week 8, I will publicly denounce him
Good.
as
Good.
a receiver.
Good.
But at the current moment, I'm making a logical explanation for as to why he might stink
No,
right
that's
now.
actually fair. So Matthew Stafford,
Nails.
dude's nuts.
Yeah. Remember when one of the people in this podcast like didn't think he was that great?
I do
Remember when that
remember
was
that.
the thing?
I wrote an apology.
I know.
letter,
I'm
brother.
never
Yeah.
letting you live that
But
down.
yeah,
I don't
no.
care. You doubted Matthew Stafford.
And I just loved that I was. See, Jake was so far on the other end, and I was so far over here. Where the minute he got traded to the Rams, I was like, they just won the Super Bowl. It's over. This season doesn't matter. And Miller was like, okay, you need to calm down a bit. He's really good, but it's not that. No, it was
Yeah,
that.
Excuse me for being the level-headed one.
Yeah, you were in that scenario.
For
And
saying, hey, listen, they're going to be a great football team, but I'm not ready to crown
See,
anyone a champion in the
but
preseason.
Miller,
or
when
in
has being
fucking, when
level-headed
was
ever
it, January?
worked? When has being level-headed ever worked?
I don't know,
One of-
man. I want to kill myself.
Same, but that's because
That's
That's 'cause
that's what being level-headed with football has gotten me.
see, but being
Suicidal
delusional
tendencies.
also makes
Not
you
actually, I
suicidal.
don't
So
need
who
help.
knows?
No one call any helplines. I'm actually okay. I
okay.
just hate Shane Waldron.
Real quick, off topic. Did y'all see the video that I reposted on TikTok talking about, you know, if your friend gets a bunch of tattoos, like call and check, like all at once, call and check
Mhm.
on them, and if they bleach their hair, like fly out to see them because there's a problem. And I did all of
you
that in the same
bleach the
week.
tip to your hair.
Yeah.
I just saw that.
It's weird because like there's a lot of blonde, but it doesn't really look like it. Why is Jake calling me on the phone? Oh, he's calling to check on me. That's funny. I'm gonna answer it. What does this guy have to say? Hold on, let me put him on speaker. What's up, Jake?
Doing okay, man?
The echo. Yeah, no, I'm doing well. No, I'm not doing okay. But when I saw that video, I hung up. I did like pause and like
God, that was terrible.
I did pause and go like, am I doing worse than I thought I was? Like when I saw that video, because I was like, I've gotten like 2 full sleeves of tattoos in 2 months. What the fuck?
Yeah. And since we're on the Raiders game, we moved off of that one. But I missed my opportunity. Speaking of teams that are
Phone
done in
call from
Oakland.
Miller.
Oh, you should probably answer it. It's probably important.
So. Bro's a pterodactyl. All right, we need to move on to.
Oh fuck! I dropped
okay.
the football.
Jake's baseball corner quickly.
Ooh.
Rest in peace, the Oakland Athletics. That's the last
Oh
game
my
was today at the
God.
Coliseum. Speaking, the Raiders reminded me of teams that left
Oakland
Oakland.
no longer has a
and-
team, man. They had
So now
the Warriors, Raiders, and Athletics, and now they got nothing.
now we get
Womp
3 years
womp.
of the Athletics playing in a minor league stadium until their new one in Vegas is
I've
ready.
seen
And a
so many
what?
videos on TikTok
In
of like,
a minor league baseball stadium.
A's fans going to their last ever A's game in the stadium where they grew up, and it made me so sad.
The funniest videos are the ones of the dude who stole 2 of the stadium seats and just ran in circles trying to avoid the 6 security guards chasing after him. And the one guy who actually got away with it, just like stealing the stadium seats and just booking it out of the stadium like in like the 3rd inning.
Yeah.
But yeah, John Fisher, I
Fuck
am in
that
your
guy.
walls.
He's
Literally everybody wanted them to stay except for like John Fisher and like whoever else voted for them to move. So sad to see
the
this team get
league
ripped away.
because Oakland's not making money. Yeah, because Fisher refuses to try to put on a competent team. Anytime a player has a good game, he immediately trades them or sends them back to the minor leagues because they're playing well. So
I don't think John Fisher has seen Moneyball. To be
maybe
honest,
not. Well, I mean, he was
I don't
in
think
it.
John Fisher
so-
watched it. Was he?
Same owner. Yeah. Not he wasn't like actually in it, but like he was the one
Hey,
represented. He lived
He
through
lived through
Moneyball.
Moneyball.
Yeah.
Oh, to be honest,
You know,
I
that's
didn't really
funny.
consider that possibility.
The
to be
people
honest.
in Moneyball are kind of crazy washed. Because have you guys,
I gotta
Is
make
it-
sure I'm right.
is Brad Pitt the main actor in
How-
that movie? I always forget.
How was Brad Pitt washed?
Okay, no, not Brad Pitt.
Oh,
The guy
on a
he's
hill?
playing.
Oh, Billy Bean.
Yeah.
Oh, he bought the A's in 2005, so it wasn't.
I
gonna
want
say, I
to
don't
make
think he was the
sure.
owner
I
of
thought he
Moneyball.
was, but no, it was Brandon Bean. Billy Bean? Brandon Bean. Whatever. No, it was
It's
Billy
Billy.
Bean because it was Brandon Bean's the GM in Buffalo.
Currently,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Am I thinking of the
Brother, what are
wrong
you
guy?
trying to say here?
Hold on, maybe it was Jonah Hill's character.
Uh-oh.
Character didn't exist, did he?
I can't
Peter
remember.
Brand. Yeah,
thought
the guy he's based off of. They changed his name. Paul De Podesta, right? Hear me out. This is a story. This is a journey.
Yep.
Do you guys know where he's at right now?
Probably on his couch somewhere, thinking about all the money he made from inventing the Moneyball strategy
I don't know if he
and then
made
dipping.
any money.
He is the chief strategy officer of the Cleveland Browns of the National Football League.
Oh,
Do you know
no.
why he was hired by the Cleveland Browns of the National Football
Moneyball.
League? No.
Oh.
Is it related to Deshaun Watson? Please tell me it's not related to Deshaun.
He was
No.
the one who was instrumental in negotiating with Deshaun Watson and with the Houston Texans to acquire and pay the quarterback.
How did the analytics guy fuck it up so bad
Oh, Jonah.
when his whole thing was based off of, well, you can get similar production from way worse players? That's literally how the
literally-
A's.
His whole theory proves that DTR could do what Deshaun Watson is doing right now.
Like, genuinely.
like
I wonder
Yeah.
if he's like in the background screaming, "Start DTR," and they're just ignoring him. They're like, "Buddy, it's okay. You did good. You did good."
yeah, he's probably like sitting like at like his desk in like the corporate Browns office, and he's just like, "Guys, please listen to me. You don't understand. I ran the numbers," and they're like, "No. You got us Deshaun Watson, buddy."
I didn't know Billy Bean
We're
still
gonna-
worked for the Athletics, man. He's
was
also
gonna
a
say, I've
minority owner.
I've
She
never
didn't
seen
take-
the movie, so I didn't know which one was
Yeah.
which, but I knew one of the two main characters was based
He-
off the
he-
guy who
yeah,
got
'cause-
Watson.
He never took the job in Boston,
He shut up.
but he probably should have, but I paid him a lot more. But
Imagine
Yeah.
Moneyball in Boston.
yeah, that would have been crazy. That is Jake's.
Does Moneyball work when you bench your star player just to get called a racial slur?
I'm sorry.
Because that's what it
what?
would have been in Boston.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, I
no.
see.
Well,
You're
actually,
just making a
if
Boston
Billy
fan
Bean
jokes.
if Billy Bean originally started in Boston, Moneyball would have never existed because he would have had so much money to spend on players that it wouldn't have mattered.
Well, no, he
Oh,
did
also
Moneyball
no.
and then got offered the job, so he would
Right, but
have
I'm
taken
saying that,
Moneyball
like,
there. Well, no, but then he'd be building
They
the
wouldn't have-
team.
they
Like,
wouldn't
no,
have needed Moneyball there. Is what I'm saying.
no, maybe he would
Like,
have.
Moneyball was created solely because Oakland was, as he said, there's the rich teams, the poor teams, and then there's us.
Yeah,
So yeah. Anyway,
they
we
had
gotta
a payroll
cook.
of $38 million that year.
Yeah,
That's
Lions,
insane.
Cardinals, Jared Goff, bad. David Montgomery, very good.
Kyler Murray, good.
And Kyler Murray, good. Michael Wilson, good, which makes me happy. Marv, Greg
Marv,
Dortch,
good. George McBride, good.
Dude, I just can't wait for the Cardinals defense to like have some real pieces.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be sick once Gannon gets like a once Gannon gets what's his name? What's that Michigan corner's name?
Will
Uh,
Johnson.
Yeah.
Will Johnson.
Also,
Once Galen gets Will Johnson, it's wraps.
who's upcoming free agents? Who do they need to go spend big on?
While he's looking that up, I just want to say, I really wish there would have been a Bears fan out there who said, "Man, we should pay David Montgomery instead of letting him walk and trying to moneyball our running backs." It would be crazy if there was like a Bears fan out there who felt that way and wishes David Montgomery was still on the roster, and maybe the Bears would have a productive run game that didn't suck and force their quarterback to throw 52 times.
Oh,
That would be pretty cool.
Ooh, the free agency class is very.
I was gonna say this year's rough, isn't it?
For defensive guys, yeah, at least right now, there's a lot of receivers. But, like, you got Charvarius Ward, but he's also... Is he... How old? No, he's not as old as I thought he was.
I don't know how well he'd work in
No,
Arizona.
I'm just
He's a very
saying, like,
specific player.
You can bring back Hassan Reddick.
Is Hassan Reddick ever going to play football again?
Are the
Yes.
Jets ever going to pay him?
No,
Probably not.
Then no.
they're gonna trade him.
Tough.
They're gonna trade him.
See,
And Bryce Huff has been bad this year, so really the Eagles does not look good for the Eagles.
Also,
'Cause,
Adebo, you can be a free agent. Oh, Asante Samuel
Um,
Jr. There you go.
Ooh.
uh,
I think the Chargers will do everything they can possibly do to retain him. He's their only good
probably.
corner.
Yeah. The Ravens came out hot against the Cowboys,
And then almost choked
and then almost blew it.
Mhm.
Which is what they do. But this was the Derrick Henry game that we all knew was coming. So
When do we get to
22
talk about Mike
carries,
Zimmer
151.
and how he's
What
actually just
about-
not good? He hasn't been good since like
was gonna say,
2017.
Cowboys defense doo-doo butt ass, dude. It's
Yeah,
not
I mean
good.
they're bad, dude. They can't stop the
Zimmer-
run to save
yeah.
their lives.
Zimmer's
Parsons
doing
is their
terrible.
only
Because Zimmer
effective
hasn't
pass
changed his
rusher.
defense since 2017.
Zimmer's
Parsons
defense is
is
too
their-
star
yeah.
reliant.
Parsons
Zimmer-
is their
Zimmer's-
only healthy pass rusher with juice.
Yeah.
Lawrence is hurt, but
Right.
he's their only pass rush. They cannot stop the run to save their lives.
They
Outside of
don't have
Trayvon Diggs-
linebackers at
outside
all.
of
Their
Trayvon Diggs,
linebackers
they-
are horrid.
That's
No-
what
no
Zimmer
juice in the
needs.
secondary.
Star linebackers. His defense
Mhm.
doesn't work without Anthony Barr and Eric Kendricks, and
Listen,
he has the husk
what
of
he-
Eric Kendricks.
I was gonna say he has
I
Eric
was gonna
Kendricks.
say, the husk
So
of
what's
Eric
going on?
Kendricks, Marist Luafau, and DeMarvian Overshone are not saving this linebacker.
Overshown
room.
played really well tonight, but yeah, I get it.
But like,
Am I thinking
Harris
of
did
Overshone?
play,
Who
like,
wears 13? Who wears 13?
13. That's
Uh,
Demar and Overshown.
That is Overshone.
They also
he had a
have-
great game.
who's
tonight.
who's
But
the
it's a-
LSU guy that they have at linebacker?
Clark.
Yeah, Damone
Damone
Clark. Yeah,
But yeah, Cowboys defense is bad. No juice in the secondary outside of Diggs.
hey, Malik
Jerome Lin
Hooker has
exists.
moments.
Is he hurt or something? I haven't heard his name once.
It's because he's not
Jerome
good at
Bland
football.
okay.
He also might be hurt,
I-
but
He might be
Who?
hurt.
Who's hurt?
Jerome
Jerome.
Bland. I didn't
Yeah.
hear his name once on the
I
broadcast
think
tonight,
he's
and I
hurt.
do not know anything about. I haven't heard his name come out of a single announcer's mouth.
I know Kalen Carson's hurt, which is tough.
Deron
Yeah.
Bland has not played a game yet.
Doesn't
Yeah,
look like it. Yeah.
word.
But they have no juice in the secondary. Ozzie Smith is okay, I guess.
Mozzie's been terrible through 2 years.
Yeah,
He has not
Ozzy's been
done-
bad.
He
Um,
was supposed to be a space eater. Like, he was such a great space eater at Michigan. Nothing in
Yeah.
the NFL. He gets beat off the
So,
line
yeah,
pretty much every
Defense
play.
is bad, and also like the receivers outside of CeeDee Lamb are really, really, really bad.
Hey,
Brandon Cooks is old, but he's still there. But like
they don't
Brandon
have
they've
Cooks
got like,
shouldn't be here too.
but they also
but they've
don't
got, like-
use Brandon Cooks.
and they've also got Kevontae Turpin and Jalen Tolbert seeing real NFL snaps, and that is bad because
Yeah.
neither of them are
Yeah.
NFL receivers. They're NFL special teamers, really, really good at that. But
Am I allowed to start
neither of
saying
those
Hunter
two.
Luepke's the third best pass catcher on this team yet, or do I have
Sure,
to wait?
I don't care. Also,
Ferguson, Lamb,
how do you go into a
and
season
yeah.
with the idea for running back being Zeke and Dalvin Cook?
Enrico Dowdle
Enrico Dowdle.
and Deuce Vaughn? Like,
We are adding to your point.
yes,
I
Yes.
brought up Dowdle.
Oh,
to
I
say
thought you
that
were
it
trying to
worked.
say like Rico was
No.
good. I was like, really?
No, I'm
Okay.
trying to
No.
say they
Yeah.
had
I'm just-
other
yeah.
names that are just as bad.
Yeah, but we all know they were planning to rock with Dalvin Cook, but I guess he's been so ass that they refused to put him on the field.
He's
I don't know what's
terrible.
happening.
Yeah,
Like, I know he's
Enrico's
badass,
bad.
and that makes me feel
Enrico is
really
bad.
bad. I love
there's
Dalvin
really
Cook, but he's
nothing
bad.
redeemable about their running back room.
Ugh.
I
So
will
the
say
running back room is
wholeheartedly,
bad.
Hunter
Yeah.
Lipke is the best runner of the football on this team.
That's
Probably,
depressing,
yeah.
and that's not a shot at Lipke. That's a shot at the Cowboys.
Yeah,
Yeah, overall
maybe
the
Juice,
Ravens
man.
they
He's been
just
killing it.
the Ravens just ran the ball all over them, and that was all it took because Cowboys didn't have the juice to come back. Chiefs Falcons, sad day for the Falcons. Had a tough PI call that didn't get called in the end zone with Pitts. Whatever. Also ran HB stretch on 4th and inches to finish the end of the game with Bijan
Yeah.
instead of running it up the middle or
And I
throwing a
feel
little.
Or just
so
do a
bad.
QB sneak. I don't know.
Right. The play call was so bad, and the design on the play call was even worse.
Yeah.
And everyone's throwing Tyler Algier under the bus. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. It's a stretch play. He's supposed to lead the running back to the outside, and they're mad because someone came in through the back door. That's not his man. That's not his
Yeah.
assignment.
It's not his fault.
He didn't pick it up because it's not his assignment. You fucking idiots don't understand how fullbacks work. I love it though. Keith Smith, who got done so dirty by the Atlanta Falcons, came out and was like, listen, that's not what you do on that play. You're not responsible for the guy 5 yards behind where your running back's supposed to go. You go out in front of your running back and make sure the corner, the safety, the linebacker, whoever's on the edge, can't get to him.
Yeah.
That's what Tyler Algier was doing.
And
Props to him.
the problem is also for the Falcons is like their pass catchers outside of London and Pitts don't really have that much juice.
Mooney.
'cause-
Mooney's been looking good.
That's true.
And
They-
Ray
'cause
Ray
they only-
McLeod has also looked good. That
Yeah, because
I think
they
that's
don't really
just
spread
more
the
of a-
ball a lot because only 5 people caught a pass for the Falcons in this game.
Mhm.
It was London, Pitts, McLeod, Bijan.
I just want to say,
And
it's so funny that out of those
Mooney.
5 players,
Yeah.
4 of them wear a single-digit number, and then Ray Ray McLeod, the wide receiver, wears 34.
34, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But
Why is he
yeah.
wearing 34? I don't really. It's not important.
He wants
He
to. He can.
Well, because he probably thought he was just going to be a special teams guy this year. Then they were like, "Hey,
Probably.
by the way,
You're wide
you're
receiver
a wide
3.
receiver."
Have fun.
And he
Yeah.
was just like, "What?"
All right.
like,
Oh, the
well,
Falcons
once Rondell
defense
Moore got
didn't
hurt, he
have
was
a
like,
sack. That's
Yeah.
insane.
"Yeah, Chiefs offensive line that they're any good, but the Falcons do not have any pass rushing juice at all."
I was gonna say that just says more to
Um,
me that like, oh shocker, you can
so-
just double team Matthew Judon and Grady Jarrett, and nobody else is gonna do anything.
Yeah, I mean Matthew Judon is good, but it's tough when you're the only good
But when-
pass rusher.
And also, when both of your good pass rushers are well over 30, you're
Is Grady Jarrett a good pass rusher?
yes,
Yeah,
Is
that's
that what
always
he
been
does?
his
yes.
Okay.
staple, yeah.
Okay.
Like, he's
Um,
fine
For a
as a run
defensive
defender. He's always
tackle,
been
that's
more of
what
a
he
pass
does.
rusher.
Yeah,
but
because I mean, his sack numbers are never crazy, but he's a defensive tackle.
he's also
He
much
gets
older than I
pressure.
thought he was, to be honest.
Yeah. Grady Jarrett's just
didn't-
always been the guy to either penetrate or draw double teams and open up other people.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, but the Chiefs played a decent game. I mean,
Carson Steele
Dude,
is pretty good at ball
Kelsey is
play.
a non-factor at this point
Okay.
for some reason.
So no,
Um,
it's not
No,
for some
man.
reason. Okay, Travis Kelce is 35. He's the same
Yeah.
age as Rob Gronkowski, who retired for the first time 6 seasons ago. Like,
Yeah.
Travis Kelce has maybe 10 Travis Kelce games left. That's it. He's not going to waste
Man.
them week 3. Like, and I'm talking about if he's trying to go 2 more years, he's definitely not going to waste them week 3. It doesn't.
Mhm.
Just having him on the field is enough for the Chiefs right now
He-
because he's
right,
still
they
going to
were-
draw attention.
He draws that attention, and that's opening up Rasheed Rice over the middle. Like,
Yep.
people were starting to say, do we have a new slant boy? No, they can just run slants all day because the linebacker's going to drift to Kelsey, and
Mhm.
that keeps Rasheed Rice one-on-one. He's going to beat his guy every time.
It's going to
the
be just
Kelce
like
effect-
last year. The last 6 or 7 games, Kelsey's going to be one of the best players in
Yeah.
football, and everybody's going to go, "What happened?" He knows this is the
It's so
end.
funny that, you know, I tweeted out today talking about Hunter Lipke when Dak threw it to him on 3rd and 12. I was like, they just assumed the aura of their fullback would get them 12 yards. And like, honestly, real. But Travis
Yeah.
Kelce, unironically, his aura is more valuable to this team than him catching the football.
Yeah.
And I wish I was joking in saying that. And it's kind of insane That's what this has done through 3 weeks. Like, you're right. He's not going to be a big pass catcher until late in the season, until probably the playoffs. But
Yeah.
for now, like him being on the field, the impact, the attention he draws,
Yeah.
that's all he needs. And it's so funny. You know who's caught on to that? The Swifties. They know. I saw the
They know.
Swifties tweeting about it.
Yeah, they know.
They were like,
Yeah.
Travis 35. He's just trying to make sure that all the other guys get some, and he's also not wasting his energy for the playoffs. It's like they're learning.
Yeah.
They
And then all
know.
of the actual NFL bros are like, "Oh, he sucks now." It's like, no, he doesn't.
Listen, you cannot tell me straight up. You cannot tell me Swifties don't know more ball than the fantasy football and the sports gambling communities at the
That's
very
fair.
least.
I
They have risen above them.
I think so. Yeah.
I would argue also over the box score watchers and the PFF heads. But
So I do want to I don't want to talk about Mahomes, but Mahomes has kind of not been good.
he's been fine.
It's been weird.
I don't have to
he's
be.
not. I was gonna say
No,
he
he's
hasn't
just
been
missing
a
a
world
bunch
beater.
of throws that he never misses, and it's weird.
That was a heck of a play by Mahomes. Sorry.
But I
Throwing the
also
ball into the
I
dirt.
love Mahomes just coming out and talking about it.
This
He's
was
like,
intentional, Jim. Sorry.
I've been.
He did this on purpose.
He straight up has
Sorry.
come out and been like, I've just played kind of like shit. Like I'm not hitting the throws I need to, and we haven't been that good as an offense. But we're 3-0 because
Here's the
this team
thing.
knows how to do everything.
Comes down
so it doesn't
to it.
matter.
He will, and they'll win another Super Bowl.
I was gonna say we always talk about the
Probably.
Chiefs struggling early in the year. It's just not the wins right now. It's Mahomes being
Yeah.
uncharacteristic.
And then
like,
they'll
that's
just
all
roll
it
into
figure
the
it out.
playoffs.
Here in
They'll
like
win
week
every
6,
playoff
Mahomes is
game by
gonna.
double digits.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he'll
Win
have.
the Super Bowl.
We're
against,
gonna get a game halfway through the year or towards the end of the year
Yeah.
where Mahomes ends up like 30 of 30 with
Yeah.
300 yards and 5
And also,
touchdowns.
again,
we'll be like, oh, okay,
He really
yeah.
hasn't. He
Oh, and
really
he'll do it
hasn't had
against
to be
like the
vintage.
Jets,
Yeah.
Right.
just to really
Because-
rub it in your face.
He
Do
really
they play
hasn't had to
Buffalo?
be
That's who we'll do it
vintage
against if they
Mahomes.
do.
No, because they lose to Buffalo in the regular season every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, but they'll lose, but he'll have that stat line.
Oh, I
he'll
see.
just lose in a shootout.
Oh, because Josh
Yeah,
Allen will
November
go like
17th.
record breaker mode.
Yeah. Yeah, November 17th, and then they play the Panthers the week after. It's three. They go Broncos, Bills, Panthers, Raiders,
Damn.
and then Chargers, and then Bucks
So
before Broncos.
they'll be the 1 seed in the AFC again, and that'll be
Prob-
that.
I mean, they're 3-0, so
Um,
probably.
Yeah.
What was next?
But
oh,
so are the
God.
Bills. Let's just blow by this one. I mean,
Mitch Trubisky had a 3-yard completion. Everybody shut the fuck up and respect our GOAT.
Josh Allen MVP,
Thank you.
Trevor Lawrence, free him, save him,
Dude,
help him.
I think it's time to talk about Doug Peterson maybe being just the worst.
I think Doug
War
Peterson needs to
criminal.
be fired.
Well, okay,
War
so
criminal.
maybe Doug Peterson should just
War
take back
criminal.
play calling. Maybe.
Or that.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
You guys
okay,
know.
at this
you guys
exact
know who
moment,
the-
you
who
know
the
you're getting
Jaguars
fired in a
OC
week.
is?
Like, do
You
the
guys know who the Jaguars OC is?
What is it?
You guys know who the Jaguars OC is?
Let me find
Off the
out.
Press
top-
Taylor.
Press Taylor. Ooh.
Press Taylor.
right.
You know who Press Taylor's related to?
No.
Zach
Not
Taylor.
offhand.
Oh, really?
It all makes sense.
That
That's
would be
funny.
Yeah.
It all
So,
makes
but
sense.
no, okay. If you're Doug Peterson, you know if you keep losing, it's over. Take back play calling and try to save your job.
Yeah.
It's not like it's going to matter that much because Christian Kirk doesn't know how to catch for whatever reason, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's wild
yeah,
that he'll
Josh Allen
finish
is
with
nuts.
8 catches for 79 yards, but he should have 14 for 240.
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah.
ass.
James Cook is really good.
Yes.
Khalil Shakir is really good.
Josh Allen might be all right at this football thing. I don't know.
Josh
Maybe.
Allen's the MVP right now. Him or Kyler, and then
Can we give some respect to Fort Hill legend Ty Johnson for his touchdown?
Can we
Yeah,
give some
sure.
respect to, I guess, nobody on the Jaguars? Actually, I don't.
hey,
Parker Washington had 2 for 18.
Not
hey,
I
Travis Etienne. Hey, Travis Etienne Jr. 6.2 yards a carry. My goat.
don't care.
Honey
That's a-
poured.
I wanna run something by you guys real quick. I wanna run
Yeah.
something by you guys. So I saw a tweet. I'm not gonna say who it was from, but it was from a notable Jaguars fan. And he was arguing with somebody, and I only found this because I was looking to see if the without going into the film, before I looked at the film, to see if the Jaguars had played anyone at fullback. Because normally, if you look up team fullback after a game, someone would be like, "Wow, I can't believe we're giving so and so fullback snaps." Then I could be like, "Oh yes, let's go watch," that type of thing. Looked it up for the Jaguars. And there were these two Jaguars fans. Again, one was a notable person, one was just someone I've never heard of before, surely notable in their own right. And they were arguing over a play call, not this past week, but the week before, where on either the goal line or a short yardage situation, they lined up Tank Bigsby,
Mhm.
who, mind you, Tank Bigsby is a 216-pound pure power back. That is what he does.
Mhm.
They lined him up at fullback and ran a fullback dive with him. They did not convert. The play got blown up. Now, the reasonable person sees that and goes, "Oh, they didn't convert because the offensive line simply got outmanned." That is what happens if you don't convert on a short yardage run,
Mhm.
99% of the time, especially if it's with a fullback.
Unless you run a fucking halfback stretch for no reason.
Oh, yeah, but I mean,
Sorry, had to
between
take
the
one more
tackles
shot at the Falcons.
specifically. Sure, but specifically between the tackles, usually that is a result of your offensive line just getting outmanned. This notable Jaguars fan, however, he says they were getting too cute and need to not put Bigsby at fullback. The other guy responds and says, "How is using a fullback getting too cute?" The initial Jaguars fan replies and says, "Well, he didn't have enough time to build up a head of steam to really get going."
Oh, okay.
So why has every fullback ever that's ran a fullback dive been successful at least once from the same position?
I mean,
Why can you put other running backs at that spot and they don't have to worry about this?
I don't know, man. Luck, I guess.
Yeah. At this
Apparently,
point, Jaguars fullback discourse.
but I'm just saying, the idea of saying putting a guy at fullback is getting cute because he couldn't build up a full head of steam on his run, funniest thing I've heard all week.
Fair.
Because, brother, he's a 216-pound power back. He should be able to just put his head down and go.
Let's see if I can say something funnier. The Bengals aren't going to make the playoffs.
Yeah. Their defense is cooked.
Their defense is cooked, and Burrow, he played pretty good against Washington, but,
Yeah.
okay, it's not even Burrow. I don't know. Their offense feels weird. Maybe it's because they can't really run the football.
They
I know
should
Chase
be.
Brown looked like he did good.
I
but
was
he
gonna
didn't.
say, yeah, he
But
had some
no,
nice
but,
runs.
You're not.
It was limited.
You're not giving Chase Brown a game's workload ever.
You should.
I don't know if
There's
you should.
no reason. No, listen, again, with young running backs snatching chains, Bucky Irving, Roshan Johnson, and Chase Brown, I will go to bat
Zach
for all
Moss is
three of
averaging
them right
5
now.
yards a carry. He shouldn't
Zach
snatch
Moss-
shit.
Zach Moss is a running back that is a really, really solid change of pace guy. I don't love him as somebody that's a workhorse. Chase Brown at Illinois literally had 33% of Illinois' offensive
Wait,
yards
Gig,
in
did
senior
you
year.
just say that he's not snatching his chain because Zach Moss is averaging 5 yards a carry?
Yeah, I looked at this one game. I'm not being
Yeah.
real. What is he
Chase Brown is
actually
averaging 7.4 yards a carry, pal.
Yeah, on what? A total
you're
of 12
done.
carries?
He.
I genuinely am curious. I'm actually asking.
He has
14, slightly off. That's funny. But his carries have increased every week.
Okay, so I do want to look though. What is Zach Moss actually doing? Because I literally just read
Zach
off what
Moss
he
is
did.
averaging 4.1 yards a carry.
That is worse than I thought.
So yeah.
Listen, Zach Moss is fine. I don't want to take away from him. I'm just saying.
He
I
also
think
only
Chase
has
Brown is
33
the lead
carries,
back.
probably because the Bengals aren't
It's the
allowed.
Bengals. They don't. Yeah. I'm just saying. I would
but-
like to see Chase Brown take over and Zach Moss be there. Okay, it's
So-
3rd and 2. We need a couple yards.
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about the Bengals though. So
Yeah, Jaden
I-
Daniels is so good. Terry
it's not
McLaurin
even
is really
that
good.
that I really want to say. Jaden Daniels, like this offense, we might owe Cliff Kingsbury some sort of an apology. So in 1,094
No.
games split between
He's not a good head
Drew
coach.
Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and Patrick Mahomes, they have 2 games between all of them in that 1,094 where they didn't punt, like where they were perfect offensively. Jaden Daniels has done it twice in 3 games. That's
Okay.
insane.
I'm not discrediting Jaden.
Oh, I feel
I'm
like you're
doing this
about
to
to.
discredit Cliff
Okay,
because I will not stand for Cliff Kingsbury prop.
that's fair.
Fuck that man. Disrespectfully.
Okay, then let's just give all the credit to Jaden Daniels. I'm down for that.
We can do that.
I'm so down.
But the other thing I want to say is this offense, I mean, it wasn't so much this past game, but the first 2 weeks, Cam Taylor-Britt did have a point with saying it's a college offense. Because it was a lot of screens, it was a lot of easy throws, and that's okay. I'm not saying that is like a net negative. I'm just saying it's not like Cliff Kingsbury's doing something different than what he's done.
Maybe
He's doing
Cam
the same
Taylor-Britt
thing he's
shouldn't have
always
said
done.
that though, because Jaden
Yeah, no,
Daniels
he's a
decided I'm
fucking
gonna
idiot.
do everything
Absolutely,
you
he's
said
a
I could.
moron.
Okay,
Yeah, no, he's a moron.
just for Miller, I think the Jaden Daniels credit, the flowers that he should get from you, is the fact that he's doing the thing you didn't know if he would. The
Oh, yeah, no,
actually
he's-
reading the field, throwing over the middle, not just running and deep balling. He's like
Yeah.
actually playing quarterback.
No, he is. And listen, like I was trying to say earlier with Caleb, no discredit into Jaden Daniels. He has been really good. That game against Washington, incredible.
Against
absolutely
the Giants,
incredible.
I think. But
No,
you
I'm
said
sorry,
Washington.
against the Bengals.
Oh, okay.
The one he
Yeah.
just played,
Yeah.
absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Jesus, it's almost 2 a.m.
Yeah, that's
Excuse me
fair.
if I trip
No, you're
over some
good.
names.
No, I just was trying
yep.
to figure out where you.
But yeah,
which game? Yeah.
Jaden has been great. The offense has been made a little easier for him.
Sure.
And that's not a shot at him. It's just
That's a
something I feel like a lot of people are overlooking.
Well, it's the same reason I've said Caleb's been so bad. Is Waldron's doing everything he can to not make it easy for him?
Right.
Yes.
So.
And again, that's why I'm more impressed by Caleb so far than Daniels, because Daniels is being given all the layups and the easy stuff and the, hey, this offense, we want to make sure we're not saying we're going to babyfy it, but we want to give you the gimmies.
Yeah.
We want to make sure you have the gimmies. So when it's time to make the big play, you have the confidence to do it. Caleb, it's, hey, buddy.
Go make the play,
Welcome
you fucking
to the
loser.
fucking Phantom Zone. You are going to die. Save us now or perish. And he's like, okay, fuck it. Rome, where are you?
Fuck it, we ball.
That's why, right. That's why I said I was more impressed with Caleb. And I think what he just did was more impressive.
Sure.
Just because he had no assistance. It was all him. And I'm not
My
saying that again
argument was
to
the
discredit
season-
Jaden.
My argument was the season as a whole, not just this last week. I'm saying so far,
Yep.
it's overall Jaden's been better because the first 2 weeks of Caleb were really not good. Yes, he
The
had
first-
moments, but it was really not good.
The Texans game was a lot better than I think a lot of people want to act like it was.
Sure, but it still was not good.
Yeah.
I would say it was a net positive for Caleb, not for
Well,
the rest
it
of
was-
the team.
Better than the week before by far.
Okay.
He looked like
Either
a real
way.
quarterback.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
But,
let me make
no,
Yeah.
I
Thi-
guess-
This is probably where a lot of my going so hard on Caleb is coming from, and this isn't you two, so I'm not saying this to you two, and I'm probably not saying this to anyone who watches this, because anyone who watches this is probably at least somewhat competent. If you have asked yourself the question this week, did Chicago make the wrong pick? If you have asked yourself whether or not Jaden Daniels is going to be a better quarterback than Caleb Williams long term, if you have asked yourself if the Bears should have kept Justin Fields over Caleb Williams, please get away from the sport, go find a new hobby, and don't ever interact with me again.
Yeah, that's goofy. No,
The
I'm just
reactionary
thinking
takes
about
from this week-
right now.
Right. And
I-
that's the thing. My brain with Caleb has been in defense mode all week,
Yeah.
more so than it's ever even been with Fields. Because with Caleb, I'm not grasping at straws. This isn't like, oh my God, that one throw he made, it was really good. It's like, hey, the entire second half of the game, fucking nails.
Yeah.
Caleb was making throws I've never seen a Bears quarterback make.
And some of it,
That's
you gotta
what-
remember he's a rookie. Like, he's gonna be
Right.
fucking stupid. That's
Because
gonna
look,
happen.
and and I'm not saying this to discredit Jaden, right? I have to preface everything I say that could be like slightly taken negative with this. Jaden could suck still. We are 3 games into his career. He could be one of the biggest draft busts ever still. Like the
or
thing
he
I
could
want to
be
point to,
RG3, be awesome,
Right.
and then never play again.
right? There's 100 different outcomes. We are 3 games into their careers. Caleb could be Jesus Christ. Jaden Daniels could be what fucking Michael Vick was to the people that thought he was good. Like there are a billion different things that could happen.
I would
with
give
these two
anything
still.
for Jaden Daniels to be what people thought Michael Vick was. I would give
That
anything.
would be crazy.
That would be
And
so
the other
sick.
thing too, I want to make it clear, I'm not someone who will like die for my draft takes.
Yeah.
Like if I get proven wrong by somebody in a good way, like if I was like, this guy stinks and then he's good, that's great.
Right.
Because that means there's another good player in the National Football League that gets to entertain me on Sundays.
Yeah.
I'm not rooting against them unless their name is Braden Fisk. But
And
apart
Jaden
from
Daniels is goddamn
Jaden
entertaining.
Daniels-
Jesus
him, right,
Christ.
exactly. If he's good, that's good football.
Yeah.
And plus, listen, I'm going to watch the Bears and Commanders later this year.
Ooh,
I want to see a shootout. That would be
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
scary
The
Terry
last time I
gonna
was in
cook.
attendance for the only NFL game I've ever been to, I watched the late Dwayne Haskins come in for Alex Smith, and the game was shit, and Mitchell Trubisky played like a competent football game. I want to see like a real NFL game when I go.
Yeah.
That would be great. But yeah, I know it's the internet and I know it's not everybody. It's just people wanting headlines. But I hate reactionary analysis. I hate reactionary takes. I hate people who look at one good game from a player and say, that's it. That's who he is now. And that's
Yeah.
not a slight at Jaden. That's not me trying to say anything about Caleb. It's just an in general thing.
Yeah.
Mitch Trubisky once threw 6 touchdown passes in a football game.
Because he's the
I
GOAT.
just got excited over him completing 1 pass for 3 yards.
True.
We are, I think, 6 years removed from that.
It is wild that we had to wait until this week to finally see a rookie quarterback throw a touchdown.
Yeah, and both of them threw 2.
Yeah. We couldn't
Which,
let
by the
one
way-
outdo the other, you know.
I just want to say real quick, because I was bitchy during the Bears part. Did you guys see Caleb and Rome's touchdown celebration?
I think it's so funny that Rome kept running away with the ball. Like, no, it's mine.
Yeah. It was so funny. And then after the game, someone asked him, like, who gets the ball? And he said, Caleb's letting me keep it because he said he was going to get another. And then he got one to commit. But it was so fun. This is going to sound crazy. This is one more little thing I want to say. There was so much discourse around Bears celebrations this week. And it's so funny to me. Because during the Caleb and Rome celebration, there was a little bit of miscommunication that costed the Bears a timeout. People were trying to say it was because Caleb and Rome took too long. The reason the timeout happened is because someone set the field goal unit out, and then Eberflus had to be like, no, we are going for 2. Get them back here. And they couldn't switch that out quick enough.
So, quick question for both of you. On the season, what do you think Jaden Daniels' completion percentage is?
It's way higher than I would have ever.
91.
It's like in the 80s or 90s.
It is 80.3. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
And remarkably efficient. Yeah.
Remarkably efficient. Yes.
I know
I'm
a
not
lot
gonna
of it
say
has been
anything
like checkdowns and stuff. I totally get that. But even then,
Yeah.
like,
else. No, he's
that's
He's played well.
nuts.
again, I don't want to discredit Jaden.
Yeah.
I don't want to take anything away from him. I want to make that clear.
No,
He
I just went to go
Like
like
that-
look at how he was playing, and I
Mhm.
didn't think it was that high. Like I expected
Yeah,
to see
that-
like 72 or whatever because he's been really good.
Mhm.
80's nuts.
Yeah, the
That
throw to
last-
McLaurin to put the dagger in the Bengals.
I was
is
just
the
getting
best
ready to say,
throw
yeah.
a rookie quarterback has made this year by
So far,
a wide margin.
Yeah. I will give
That's the
him
best
that.
throw a
rookie
Absolutely. He
QB
got
has
fucking murdered.
Nails. Like the fact that he got crushed, put it perfectly, game on the line. It was everything.
I hate though watching Jaden Daniels play because I'm always terrified. I think I'm just terrified now every time a quarterback gets hit. But just like Jaden Daniels for sure, it's like, please get up. Oh, good.
I was
Every
gonna say
time.
he stopped the Looney Tunes animations, which is good.
Yeah, it really is.
Real
Yeah,
quick
we
before we move
gotta-
on to our game picks, we gotta. We
This
have
could
to.
take us another half an hour.
I won't let you go
Um,
super long. I will give you a
TV
hint.
show.
This is a wholly original item that has not been featured yet.
Oh God, is it a singular M&M?
No,
Damn, I'm out.
not
Is it a-
food.
Is it a movie? Is it from a movie?
No,
Superhero related?
no,
Comics related in any way?
no,
Anime related?
no.
In the world.
Yeah, I got nothing, dude.
Is it one of those little
Hey,
army
Jake,
guys?
No, Jake, whenever you're ready to tap out, because I don't think you're gonna get this.
I mean, yeah.
It is a USB to USB-C adapter.
Jesus Christ.
Man.
Oh, good. Real quick for everybody's information, at least as of yesterday, Justin Herbert is progressing and doesn't think sitting out week 4 is the way we're heading. He thinks he's going to play, so
I like it when Jay Urbo plays.
I'm not going to change my pick, even though maybe I should. It's more fun this way, so.
Respect.
Yeah. All right. Chiefs and Giants. I'll pick the Cowboys.
We did.
and we
1-0.
all-
High fives. Bang.
Is the Giants
Yeah,
won.
yeah.
Yeah.
Part of me wanted to pick the
Yeah,
Giants, but
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought
I
about
don't
it.
know for it. But yeah, we gotta cook.
Yeah.
All right, Bengals Panthers. Close.
I taking the Bengals. There's just no way.
I'm taking the Panthers.
That's fair.
Andy Dalton revenge game. Panthers.
I
He's
just
2-1 since
the
leaving
Bengals
Cincinnati.
have to fix it, right?
I'm following my heart, not my mind.
That's fair.
Yep.
In my brain, it's
Yep.
just they have to get right. And if there's any
Probably,
defense
yeah,
they're going to
but-
get right against, it's this one.
But also Andy
Yep.
Dalton.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes. Saints Falcons.
Is Eric McCoy supposed to play?
No. I think he's on IR.
Then Falcons. Oh, the
Yeah, he's going on IR.
I'm taking
The Falcons.
I'm taking
Sadly.
the Saints. I don't think the Falcons pass rush has the juice anyways. I
I'm
just
just
really
worried
don't.
about not having someone to help double team with Penning.
So
True.
I think my hope would be that Kubiak learned. And even though he can't help with a guard, you just leave a tight end in all the time.
Is Taysom
Could,
supposed to
yeah.
play?
I have
I
no
don't
idea.
know.
All right, then you've
But
made a
I'm
good
going the
point. I'll go
Saints.
with
It
the
doesn't
Saints.
matter.
I'll go with the Saints.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go with the Falcons. Jags Texans.
Texans.
Texans get right game.
Broncos Jets.
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 Vikings Packers.
Vikings.
Vikings.
I can't bet against them.
I'm not
even-
going to
even
pick
if I
against
know.
the Vikings all year. Miller's not going to pick against the Bears. We know how this goes.
Yeah. plus I wanna
Steelers
curse
Colts.
the Vikings. Steelers. Sadly.
Yeah, give me the Steelers.
Yes.
4-0.
Yeah, Steelers.
Rams Bears.
I'm taking the Bears.
Bears.
Give me Stafford.
That's fair.
I've heard him too much. Give me Stafford. Give me the
Jalen
Rams.
Johnson.
Who's he guarding? Me? Fucking Tutu
Yes.
Atwell,
Yeah.
wide receiver 1 season? I don't know what's happening.
It's going to be
Yeah,
someone
open-
that Stafford will have to throw at.
Yeah,
who's
open your
the-
door. Open your door, geekies outside.
True.
Stafford is waiting.
That's okay.
He's waiting with his wife and his college backup.
What the fuck? What am I about to
Mm-mm.
witness? What's next, Jake?
Like, what are you
You
about to
know.
join?
Eagles Bucket.
Sick. No.
Eagles, Buccaneers.
Give me the Eagles.
I'm taking Tampa.
I will go Philly to go against Geek.
Fair.
We're close.
right,
I need to beat you.
Patriots Niners. Give me the.
You want to pick the same as me so that you keep your lead,
No, I want to pick against you so when I'm right, I get ahead of you.
but when you're
I'm
wrong,
going
I
to
smoke
take-
you.
That's
San
why we call it a
Francisco
rift.
49ers.
I will take the
I'm also
San
taking the
Francisco
Niners.
use checks.
All right. Commanders Cardinals. Give me the. Oh.
I'm taking the Cardinals.
Dude, the Cardinals
I'm gonna take
defense scares me, but I still trust Kyler.
I'm
so.
gonna
I was
take
gonna
the
say,
Commanders.
I'm taking Kyler in a shootout. Plus, the Commanders' corners are literal dog ass, and Marv
True.
might have 700 yards.
See, but The
I'm taking-
Cardinals' corners aren't that good
Yeah.
either, and Scary
I
Terry
know, but-
exists.
I trust Marv to go for 700 with Kyler throwing to him a little bit more than vice versa.
Fair enough.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Commanders.
I'm taking the Cards.
Chiefs, Chargers.
Who and who? Chiefs,
Uh,
Chargers, Chiefs.
Chiefs.
I'm taking the Chargers, man. Dude, the Chiefs have to lose to somebody.
600 yards.
First, the Chiefs have to lose to somebody, and if it's gonna be somebody, a division rival that can run the ball good. I feel like there's the
I like
world
the
is
logic.
there.
Sure, yeah.
Browns, Raiders.
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 Give me the Raiders.
I thought he was gonna take the Browns
I'm
again.
not picking that
Like,
guy.
dude, have you not learned your lesson, Jake?
Pick that
Well,
guy.
to
he
be fair,
loses.
Browns defense against Minshew and no run game, so
Alexander Madison,
the worst.
250 yards and 2 tuds. Watch.
sure.
Samir White's gonna
Bills-
learn how to see.
Bills, Ravens.
No.
Give me the Bills.
Give
I'm-
me
Bills.
the Bills also
I'm
as
also
well.
taking the Bills.
Josh
Titans,
Allen
Dolphins.
with the bad receiver core. Go nuclear.
Stinky Monday night doubleheader again. Actually, the second game.
The
isn't
Dolphins
bad,
will win
but
running
Titans,
the
Dolphins.
ball.
See,
Yeah,
they still have
and
running
Tyler
back
Huntley.
injuries, so
Huntley,
Don't
though.
care. Wildcat, who's the Jalen Wright from Tennessee,
Yep.
with
give
Alec
me,
Ingold lined up at tailback blocking for
There you
him.
go.
Let's cook.
Give me the Dolphins. Will Levis will throw a pick six to like Cater Cover or
Everyone.
something.
I'm taking the
Yeah.
Titans. I don't know why.
Will Levis
I'm
pick to Zach Seiler's gonna go crazy. Trust.
Picking the
well,
Dolphins.
no,
Yep.
he's gonna throw a pick to like somebody more confusing.
More confusing than an interior defensive lineman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty. No, there's not really much more. confusing
Alec
than that.
Ingold on defense
Yeah.
when all the linebackers go down is gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
No,
See?
don't go down. They're all gonna get sleepy and take
Yeah.
a nap for
No.
2 plays, and Ingold
No,
will
they're
play
all just
linebacker.
really gonna have to shit. And so Alec Ingold's
Yeah.
coming out.
But I think it would
And
be
then,
way funnier.
and then
if
you're
they all
gonna get
just
that
fell
visual
asleep.
like we had of Lamar that one game running back out, like, yeah, I'm back,
Oh.
bitch. And that's just those Dolphins linebackers.
Yeah,
And then the coaches
the
don't let him out
real-
because Ingold's better.
true.
The real Monday night game is the Seahawks and the Lions.
I'm taking the Seahawks.
Caw.
Give me the Lions.
Yeah,
Ew.
they're killing Frank Rag now, so I don't know how I feel about that.
What?
They are killing.
You didn't hear about that?
They said they were going to put Frank Ragnow down,
Yeah,
What?
and Campbell said they were putting Frank Ragnow
they're
down.
putting Frank Ragnow down. Yeah, he was a good boy, but it's time. He's in a lot of pain, and he just can't get around like he used to.
True.
I don't feel like that's what's supposed to happen.
This is the Dan Campbell way. Listen, I called him a fake tough guy 2 weeks ago, and he's like, "All right, I gotta up the ante. If you're hurt, I'm shooting you."
No, he has to up the
Yeah.
ante by like paying his players more to injure people again.
No, he's killing them. He is taking it out on his own players.
Honestly,
Jared
if
Goff
we
will
see-
not survive.
If we see Kirby Joseph like grab a face mask and twist, I'm gonna believe it. He might
Yeah.
be paying Kirby to just murder people.
I'm here for the agenda. I hope. I don't want to say
I'm
I hope it happens, but I also don't hope it doesn't.
I just the Lions defense still isn't that good, and Gino has been just dicing everybody.
Lions defense isn't good. Gino's great. Goff's been struggling, and he's about to go up against Mike fucking McDonald.
Yeah, Gino's gonna dice this defense, and it's gonna be
And the
so
Lions-
glorious.
The Lions can't just run the ball all over the Seahawks because the Seahawks learned how to tackle,
Yeah,
which is still like the craziest development of the year in my eyes. Crazier than Sam Darnold being good is the Seahawks
That's
tackling.
wild. That's wild. That's crazy.
It is to me.
It's also wild that Sam Darnold leads the NFL in touchdown passes.
Yeah, that's just because I'm not out there.
Yeah, honestly. But yeah, I believe that is where we'll cap it off for the night, boys.
Sick.
You're at
Yeah,
2 a.m.
Yeah.
flat.
yeah, 2 a.m. flat. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of the Run the North podcast. Please be sure to do whatever you can to help grow the show. If you're on Spotify, give us a rate and a review. If you're on YouTube, give us a like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you don't miss an episode weekly on Fridays. We will see you guys next week.
Bye.